All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are live here on youtube.com/ProHenis. We're going to be resuming the Impossible Zombies Challenge here. Hopefully everything will be able to go. Oh God, my lab just tipped over. Everything good? I think we're all good. All right, I believe I'm getting internet as of right now. I think everything's good. I believe you guys should be able to see and hear me. I think. Are we live right now? It says I'm live, but there's nobody in my stream. Hold on. Hold on. I think I have the wrong chat up. Hold up, everybody. Yo, are we back? Are we back? We should have more people in here as of right now. I think I just have the wrong thing open here on my dashboard. We got Lightning Ninja, Cynthia, welcome to the stream. COD Player, Uncaring, Plays 4. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I need 30 seconds here. I have the wrong chat up on my computer because I'm an absolute pleb. So give me like 30 seconds. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing today? Jake, Crude, Iron Dragon, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, Gamer? Welcome, guys. I apologize for that slight delay that happened there. Hopefully you guys understand. You know, there's just complications, man, you know. Stuff happens, bro. Stuff happens. So we're going to get through it, though. We should be live. Oh, God. I don't need you guys to hear me. We should be good momentarily here, guys. Give me like 70, not even, like 7 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I believe we're good. We open this back up again. All right. We're back up here in Zombies, guys. Let me switch back over to this scene. You guys should be able to see everything now. How you doing today? Mega, Jimmy, welcome back to the stream. Davian, how you doing today? All right, guys, we're back. That was a quick little thunderstorm. You guys know I had to be offline for a little bit, but we should be back. We should be live. Hopefully you guys are all sticking around in here. I appreciate all of you guys being back in here already. We already have over 100 people back in the stream. You guys are legends. Why am I hearing double? Am I hearing double the stream right now? I don't think so. I think we're good. I think you guys should be able to hear everything now. Type 1 in the chat if you guys can hear game audio. You guys know we were able to hear it last time, but I just want to make sure that, you know, sometimes it is a little bit buggy. You guys should still be able to hear everything. Hopefully the music is good now as well. And here comes Quick Revive. You should have done Origins. I just want to stick with NUKETOWN for right now, man, in all honesty. So I think that's what we're going to stick with for right now. Can I have a shout out? Yo, COD, shout out to you, brother. You guys can hear game audio? Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Of course. It lands in here, man. That's just great. What's up, COD? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Connor W. D. Chandler, welcome to the stream. Awake. Yes, man. You can get yourself a shout out. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Yo, shout out to Tom Percy. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Hey, bro, how you been? ARC plays, in all honesty, bro. Been pretty good. First time I've seen you play a different game than BO3. Yes, Postal Bike. We're diversifying ourselves a little bit over here on the ProHenis gaming channel. Very exciting stuff happening. Very exciting stuff. Very, very good. Yo, what's up, Killer Clan? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Tubalair. Welcome. Connor W. Ross. Warren Gray. Shout out to Expert Rock. We got Visual Gamer in here as well. You guys are all legends. Appreciate you guys all stopping by again. I really do appreciate the dedication. Really do appreciate the love. Yeah, we should be good. Once again, we're going for the no jug challenge here for those of you guys who don't know. And we should be good to go. Should be good to go. Are you good? Yes, Mr. Daniel. We are 100% good, man. You deserve more subs. Thank you, COD. I appreciate that. Zyphos, how you doing today, man? Want to hear a joke? I'm fat. I don't know how that's a joke, bro. Wait a minute. Why does the game... Oh, no, the game... Okay. I thought for a second if I brought up my overlay, my game should pause. But for some reason it didn't because I didn't pause the game. I just brought up my overlay. Alright, so let's try to stick in mid here for just a little bit. Try to get the points going on. This has to be good. Oh, 100%, man. 100% this is going to be good. Oh, the amount of points we just wasted. I could just feel it. NUKETOWN is a hard map for zombies to be true. Yeah, NUKETOWN is a difficult map, man. I'm not going to lie. It definitely is a bit of a challenge. What's up, Dot Needs Me? How you doing today, man? Mr. Jelly Donut, welcome back to the stream. Am I already out of G Fuel? No, we're good. We got a little bit more left. You had a very scary day today? Damn, that sucks, man. That sucks. Am I appearing offline? I should be appearing offline. Let me go ahead and double check here. I want to be appearing offline because I don't want to get bombarded with messages here. If you guys don't know what we're looking at right here, this is the current zombie leaderboards for no jug on NUKETOWN. The world record is round 51. If we make it into the top, if we get to at least round 22, we will have made it into the top 10. Or at least if we get it to round 23, then we will have made it into the top 10, which is pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. It's Murdery. Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. How you doing today, Davin? You mad, bro? Welcome back to the stream. 15 coins, lol. Yeah, guys, this is a brand new live stream, so make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like on it. Even if you dropped a like on the stream that I had earlier today, this is a brand new one because we were offline for a little bit. So hopefully you guys will go ahead and drop a like once again. If we get anywhere close to 1,000 likes on this live stream, that'd be incredibly dope. I don't know how long this stream is going to be for, but we'll try to make it as long for you guys as humanly possible. I'll give this a couple attempts, definitely. This is something that I've been wanting to try for you guys for a while. No chug challenges are always, they're challenging, but they're fun. They're very, very fun to do. Bang, bang. How you doing today, Mr. Games? Welcome back to the stream. Different Ninja, what's up, brother? And a max ammo? Damn, we're getting ourselves double points. Get ourselves a little bit of everything here. Okay. Alright, that man took some hits. Still waiting for you to hit 1 mil subs. Yo, that's true, man. 100%. I want to hit 1 mil subs as well. And the box is back here. Let's go ahead and hit this. You guys know we're looking for the hammer and the ray gun Mark II. Those are the 2 weapons that we want to get. What's up, Letitia Stutz? How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, we get monkeys on our first roll. What kind of luck is that, man? That's lit. That's lit. I'm also hoping in this stream, guys, if we can, I feel like it would be pretty cool to go ahead and hit 78,000 subscribers. You guys can see we're about 160 away. So it could definitely happen. Hopefully we'll be able to make that happen in today's stream. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2 hits to the chest. Whoa, whoa. Did you see the path that guy took? That was really weird. He like veered off to the side there for a little bit. Then he was like, I don't know what that guy's plan was. All right, we're going to stick with this for right now because I feel like this is going to get us a decent amount of points. You guys know we're just trying to get as many points as possible right now so we can comfortably hit the box a couple times. Pretty sure this was the guy I knifed earlier. First drop coming in, boys. This is the one time we hope it's not Juggernog. Bang, bang. Where's it falling? Of course, it's falling on the other side of the map, man. That's always our luck. I swear to God, whichever side you stay on, the software like actually knows what side to put you on. What side to have the first drop on it. It sucks, man. It sucks. U-Waze is in here. 140th stream in a row. You're an absolute god, U-Waze. That's Pack-a-Punch. We don't need that for right now. What's up, DNGO Pez? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. What are coins for? Yeah, so some of you guys that are new to my stream may not understand how the coin system works, but if you're brand new to the live stream, I have this bot in my stream called the Pro Bot, I believe is the name of it. And you guys will see he lives inside my live stream. He's in here every single day. It's a bot, so he's going to be here every single day. He's not an actual person. Oh, shoot. He's not an actual person. Okay, wow, it's still 2 hits close range? Okay. Okay, no, that guy wasn't. What the hell? Maybe it is 3 hits then. Okay, it's 3 hits to the chest. 3 hits to the chest. 1, 2, 3, bang. Yeah, so let me go ahead and finish explaining this bot here a little bit. I'll train these guys for a little while here. So the bot, called the Pro H bot, actually awards you guys with coins, a virtual currency that exists only in my live stream, that allows you guys to sort of keep track of how long you've been supporting my channel. The cool thing about these coins is you're awarded 10 coins for every 10 minutes that you watch my live stream. You have to type in the chat at least once every 10 minutes so the Pro Bot knows that you're actually here. But once you do that, you'll be awarded with 10 coins every 10 minutes, which is really dope. And then the idea is that these coins that you guys collect, you can use them to enter into raffles. Raffles where we'll actually have giveaways that we'll do on a monthly basis, hopefully more frequently than that. We'll do gift card giveaways, we'll do COD point giveaways, we'll do like gaming product giveaways. Around the holidays, we'll probably give away copies of Call of Duty. We'll give away a PS4 maybe or something like that. Just really cool stuff. You know, the idea is that it'll be sort of aimed as a giveaway to the people who are constantly in here supporting. So the best part about it is you guys will be able to actually be able to enter into that, and it'll be a way for me to reward the people who are constantly supporting my streams. Because the more coins you guys have, the more you guys will be watching the stream. The more you watch the stream, the better chance you'll actually have of winning those giveaways, because you'll be able to enter in more coins, which would be awesome. Dang, I wouldn't get any coins because I mostly watch your streams. Yeah, and the VODs. I understand, Postal Black. That does suck, man. But yeah, in order to get these coins, you do have to be watching live. I don't know who's in the lead right now, actually, with these coins. But I can check right after if I get a good spot here to pause the game at the end of one of these rounds or something. But yeah, that's the idea. You guys will be able to use these coins to enter into raffles. As of right now, we're not holding any giveaways. I will be sure to announce that in a future stream once that actually does get implemented into the stream. This is only my 3rd stream using the Pro Bot, using this whole coin system for you guys. So it's very new to me. which means I'm still working out all the kinks for it. I don't even really know if, you know, everything that we're doing is going to work as flawlessly as I want it to. But as of right now, that's sort of what you guys can do as a way to sort of measure how long you've been supporting my stream for. So hopefully that makes sense. Once the giveaways actually start, I'll be sure to let you guys know, obviously, and then we'll be able to get those underway, which would be pretty dope. Come back out here because there's way too many of them in there, man. Bang, bang. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's a max ammo. We don't need that right now. Don't go in the corner? Yeah, don't worry. We're not going to go in the corner. We're going to try to train out here in the middle for a little bit. It's been a long time since I've done a training method like this. We're going to give it a shot, though. We're going to give it a shot. It's been, like I said, training for me in zombies, it's been a little while, bros. It's been a little while. So, we're going to give it a shot. Ooh, boy. No! Oh, dudes, we just barely missed that. That trigger finger, though. That trigger... Oh, shoot. All right, they're coming. Dang, melting these guys over here. What's up, Yusuf? How you doing today, man? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, Uncaring Place? Welcome. I just followed you on Twitter. Yo, thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it, my man. It means a lot. I don't know whether it's best to go for these guys for, like, headshot kills or whether we want to go for body shot. Actually, you know what? We got double points right there. We're going to take advantage of that 100%. And we should really be shooting these guys. Oh, no. I'm almost out of ammo with this thing. This is a box weapon, isn't it? I'm pretty sure you can't even... I'm pretty sure you can't even get this weapon off the wall, which sucks. Was that an insta-kill? Whoa, chill. I don't know how that guy isn't dead, man. Wait, what was that? What was that weapon? Ah, that's not something we want. We don't want that. How you doing today, Monkey? Welcome to the stream. Amory Ford, what'd you miss? Not a whole lot, to be 100% honest with you. What do we get there? Oh, we got the Executioner? Is the Executioner a good weapon, guys? Is the Executioner a good weapon in zombies? I think it is after you pack a punch it. Type 1 in the chat if you guys think I should keep the Executioner. I need some tips. I haven't played zombies in a very long time. Type 1 in the chat if you guys think I should keep the Executioner. How you doing today, Samuel? Welcome to the stream. You're a legend. Yo, thank you, Beasting. Appreciate it, my man. Bro, I still have that 66,000. Yo! Wait! Hold on! 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 Everybody, can we just relax here for a second? Did you guys just see who typed in the chat? Did you guys just see who typed in the chat? Pack-a-puncher's in here? What? What? Pack-a-puncher, dude. Damn. Pack-a-puncher's in like my first zombie stream ever. I do multiplayer for every day of my life. And I do one zombie stream. And who stops by? Pack-a-puncher, dude. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. No big deal. No big deal, dude. Pack-a-puncher, welcome to the stream, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. Damn, that's actually lit. Pack-a-puncher's in the stream. I want the hammer, dude. I don't want this. Ah, what's up, Jonas? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Yo, shout out to you, DJ Music. How you doing today, man? What's up, Nico? How you doing today? Dude, I don't want any of this. You guys were all voting for me to keep the Executioner, so we're going to keep it for right now. Jay Parker, what's up? Joseph Johnson, how you doing today? Dude Muhammad, welcome to the stream. What's up, Jacob? How you doing today, my man? Lynx Tank, shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. I subbed at 30K to your OBS tutorials, stuck around here ever since. Stop, bro. You're trolling me, man. There's no way you've known about me since that. What? No way. Damn. I'm flattered, bro. That's actually pretty lit. I mean, it's kind of ironic now that you're still subscribed because I've privated all of those Twitch tutorial videos because they were like some of the most viewed videos on my channel, so I privated them because I felt like it didn't really look good to have all of my most viewed videos be Twitch tutorials on a gaming channel, so I privated a lot of them and I got rid of them, but... That's lit, though, dude. I've been seeing your live streams, dude. You're... Damn. I don't know how many subs you're at right now, but you're getting hella subs right now off your streams. Your streams do so well, dude. Keep it up, honestly. And you're a senior in high school, right? I'm pretty sure? Or maybe you're going into your freshman year of college. I don't know. You know what? Let's just keep this, honestly. I'm bored. Let's just keep this. What's up, Moonlight Wolf? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. It's Black Ops. What's up? Yo, is ACG in here? ACG Scopes? What's up, bro? What's up, man? Max Lopez, what's up? Blue Space, how you doing today, my man? Hold on, do I follow Pack-a-Puncher on Twitter? Give me a second. Let me make sure I follow him. Yeah, gonna be a... you're gonna be a senior. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, because you're pretty young, I thought. Here we go. Yeah, I just followed you on Twitter. What's... I can't believe I wasn't following you. What's up, DMND Watermelon? How you doing today, brother? He gets like 2K viewers a stream, dude. Damn, you, Q-Knight-Z. I watch Q-Knight-Z a lot. You definitely know who he is, I would imagine. And then there's, obviously there's Noah. But you and Q-Knight-Z, I think, are the two zombie streamers that I see most consistently streaming. You guys are constantly doing... You probably honestly clicked on this video expecting to see Q-Knight-Z streaming, judging by the thumbnail, but... You're amazing. Yo, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the kind words. Shout out to you, Gianni. Appreciate you stopping by. Of course it lands on the other side, dude. With our luck, it's going to be Jug, even though we're going for the no Jug challenge. Pack-a-Puncher, low-key chilling on my stream. What's up, Rush TV? How you doing today, man? You still have the 66,666 sub screenshot? Dude, it's been a long time since I've looked at those screenshots. I remember when we first got those, though. That was pretty fun. When we hit that live, that was a pretty sweet moment in my stream. What's up, you mad bro? How you doing today, man? Gamers, you're my favorite YouTuber, or I'm your favorite YouTuber. Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words, for real. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible. What's up, Hops Gamer? Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Jacob Cox, what's up, man? MTAR isn't too bad. It's a decent points weapon. Oh, okay, we want to leave that guy. Let's go figure out what dropped. What's up, Flyboy Gaming? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. It's lit. Hunter Winkler, 100%, dude, it's lit. What's up, Jack Collins? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Aim for 1 million subs, Hennis. You can do it, bro. If we hit 1 million subs, that'd be so awesome. Hold on. Pack-a-Punch already fell, right? That fell on, like, round 4, I was pretty sure. Yeah, here we go. Sweet. What's up, Xander Scott? How you doing today, man? What? How you doing, Uncaring Place? Fabian, welcome to the stream. Elijah, what's up? How you doing today? Where is he? Oh, he had to climb up top. That's right, because he didn't come down through for some reason. Let's hit the box, actually. We want the Ray Gun Mark II and the hammer. That's what we're praying for. No! Did you guys see that? The Ray Gun Mark II was literally the weapon that came up right before the ballistic knife. That is some cheese, dude. How you doing today, Steven? Welcome to the stream, bro. Brandon Plays, welcome. Mr. Games, what's up? Matter, Shock, Airsoft. Amazing stream. Thank you, Scrub. I appreciate that, man. I don't want the War Machine, bro. FaZe Realzy, for real, not staying too long tonight. I gotta go buy Hennis. I'll see you in the next stream. Yo, see you later, brother. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Can you stop hitting me, please? Thank you. What's up, Smooth TV? How you... Oh, we don't have enough points. Bang, bang. What's up, Lost in Skills? How you doing today, bro? Anime Girl, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Savage Squad, what is good? What is good? How you doing, Patrick, man? Welcome to the stream. Sup, Hennis? This brings me back to the old days. Yo, Super Sasha, you're telling me, bro. Hold on. Got a serious itch on my forehead here. Okay, we're good. Stream's good? We're good. Mimic, how you doing today, man? Clorox, Bleach, love it. Loving it. How are you, Ivan? I'm doing fantastic, my brother. I'm just doing great today, my man. We got Savage Squad, True Super Sasha. Dude, I miss the zombie streams, man. It's nice to be back, and I like doing the challenges as well. It always keeps the stream interesting, keeps it fun, keeps it light as well. Damn, dude, this thing's got range on it. Is Pack-a-Puncher still here? I don't know, dude. Might be. What's up, Fabian? I feel like I've been saying hello to the same, like, 6 people. What's that? Yeah, that's a bomb. I don't want that. Damn, dude, this thing's amazing. Can't wait till we Pack-a-Punch this. You know what I should just use this for, though? I should honestly just use this to get rid of, like, all the walkers. Because those are the ones that I don't want. I want sprinters. I'm fine with the sprinters because they're easy to control. That's true. How you doing today? Kyle, welcome to the stream. April Pillow, how you doing today? Ryder, welcome to the stream as well. Chill. Awake, how you doing today, man? Nico, welcome to the stream. I don't want that. I'll try and focus on getting as many points as possible right now. Is that seriously the last one? Bang! Yo, we should trick shot a zombie for like round 50. That's what we should do. What's going on? It's Dribble. How you doing today, man? I'm telling you guys, all I needed was a break, and now we're back, and we're like absolutely killing it. We're killing the game, bros. We're killing it. How you doing today, Jake? Welcome to the stream. Will I ever play Xbox? Maybe one day, bro. Maybe one day. As of right now, I am a PC, PS4 exclusive streamer. Can I donate $900? Bro, you go ahead and do whatever the hell you want to do, bro. If you want to go ahead and donate $900, you feel free to do whatever your heart desires, man. You do whatever you want to do, brother. I will not judge you. I should not stop you from living your dream of donating me that much money. Okay. Couple hits now. Understood. This stream is lit. 100% blue space. 100%, man. What's up, Link Recruitment? How you doing today? Void Knockout. Welcome to the stream as well. Pack-a-Punch has already dropped, so we may have to go ahead and pack-a-punch some of these weapons. What's up, Thomas Higgs? How you doing today? Just found you. Yo, Link. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure you go ahead, drop a like on it. Drop a sub as well. It would definitely mean a lot. We're on the road to 78,000 subs, guys. 78,000 subscribers is approaching very quickly. Make sure you subscribe. What's my favorite Call of Duty? Black Ops 2, man. Black Ops 2 right here. It's the last zombie again, bro? Dang. We're killing the game right now, boys. On round 9, we haven't gone down yet, so we've still got all of our quick revives to use here. The next thing that we really need is Speed Cola. So there's only 4 perks that drop on this map, unfortunately. I wish there were more. You know what would be a perfect perk for this map? I know it wasn't around in Black Ops 2, but Widow's Wine. Just imagine. Just imagine Widow's Wine on this map. Literally, oh my god. You wouldn't need Jug. Widow's Wine is its own Jug. It's disgustingly good. Really wish it was here. Really wish it was here. Beasting Dog, how you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. I can't wait to get Fast Mag on this as well. Not Fast Mag, but Speed Cola. This thing takes so long to reload, dude. It's stupid. We did reload it. Okay. What's up, C. Raymond? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. What's up, Tomid? How you doing today, man? Xander Scott, what's up? Nice game. Yo, thank you, brother. What's up, Christian? How you doing, man? How you this good, bro? I am not that good at zombies. You should... Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? How did that happen? Did anybody see that? That's some BS right there, bro. That is some BS, dude. What? What is that, man? What was that? Dude, like, we skipped? Wait, is the thing in here? Yeah, I'm not going... Actually, you know what? I'll go for it. I'll go for it right now. Go out there. Am I going to be able to get out of here in time? Holy crap, I'm so screwed. Ah! We just got to run. We just got to go for it. I'm pretty sure Speed Cola is back here. Literally, that's the weirdest skip I've ever had happen in zombies. What up, beautiful? Yo, More Than Divine. What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Damn, dude, that sucks. That actually pisses me off, dude. Like, we were doing so well. I didn't want to go down again, bro. And we just used that literally for no reason. We got, like, some weird skip. I've never seen that happen before. It's where a zombie double slaps you. Is that a thing? It looked like my screen glitched out, though. That's what it looked like really happened. Double points. Damn, double tap low-key feeling nice. Okay, here we are. Round 11, baby. Let's get it. Ah, that's not what we want. Let's head back here. We need Speed Cola. If we make it to round 23, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be in the top 10 in the world. That's our goal. If we make it to round 23, we'll be top 10 in the world. And then we can go ahead and with dignity say that we are top 10 in the world for the No Jug Challenge here on NUKETOWN. I'll be among the top 10 best No Jug players in the world. You're about to see it live here tonight. It's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Best Zombies Player NA. It's called windmilling. It's where they wave their arms in a windmill fashion and it hits you. It's dumb. That is dumb, man. I've actually never... But, like, I've played Black Ops 2 Zombies before, and I've never seen that happen. Like, I used to play Black Ops 2 Zombies so much, and that never happened to me before. Hennis, read what I said. Yo, More Than Divine, I can't scroll up right now, bro. Sorry. What's up, Optic Fab? How you doing today, man? Hennis, you're my top 2 YouTuber. I watch you on the daily basis. Thank you, Blue Space. I appreciate it, man. Damn, I will take that. Yes, please. Can you hit 2? fire sales at once. Hello? We got insta-kill as well. Henis, has it stopped thundering? Yeah, guys, it stopped thundering. You don't want that? Move out of my way! Ah, what do we get? No, we don't want that either. Dang, boys. Lighten it up over here. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I love your videos. Thank you, Fernando. Appreciate it, my man. Why did I hit that? 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 I'm dumb. Oh, boy. How do I get this map? Nuketown, bro. This is Black Ops 2. So I'm pretty sure... Is Nuketown... Hold on. Is Nuketown free for Black Ops 2? Like Nuketown Zombies? That windmill thing's been around since BO1. Supposedly they were going to get rid of it, but they didn't. Damn. Well, that's just... That's great. I'm glad I figured that out now that the game's been out for 5 years. That's cool. It's about time I freaking understood that. I donated to Espresso today. He shouted me out, followed me on Twitter, and it made my day. I was in tears, bro. Yo, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. But yeah, yo, Divine's... I couldn't run. What? I couldn't run at all. Why wasn't I running? This game's perfect. Swear to God. No flaws. Damn, dude. You can do it. Yo, so what is that? This is going to be our third... So Quick Revive's going to go away after this. Oh, my God. My character literally just couldn't sprint for some reason. That's another perk. How amazing would stamina be on this map? Tell me. I'm actually going to go down. Can we get some RIPs in the chat? Thank you very much. Whew, we're going to give this another shot. What's going on, Jacob Cox? How you doing today? Jacob Salzer, welcome to the stream. Wait, what were you about to say, bro? I was about to say Espresso's a great streamer. Isn't that what I said? We went down, ladies and gentlemen. Stay buried. Nah, bro, we're not going to do buried. I want to do Nuketown. Nuketown is a map that I enjoy. It's simple. It's easy. There's no complications to it. Not a lot of doors to open. It's simple. It's clean, but it's also difficult. So I want to give it a shot. How do you get the Probot? What do you mean how do you get the Probot? The Probot lives in my stream. Probot's mine. ProHenis is the Probot. What's up, Ears? How you doing today, man? You said my name and then went down? More than divine. Did I? I was probably just going to read your message out loud. I forget exactly what you said. Matt, favorite YouTuber? Who's my favorite YouTuber? Ooh, that's an excellent question, my man. Excellent question. Probably... I don't know. Who would be my favorite? My favorite YouTuber right now. Who do I watch on YouTube? I can't even think of who I watch on YouTube right now on a regular basis. Maybe, maybe Casey Neistat? Philip DeFranco? I'd have to go into my sub-box to be reminded of who I even freaking watch, bro. About what Espresso did the day when I donated. Yeah, he said you, like, modded him or yeah, he modded you and followed you on Twitter and all that stuff. H3H3? Yep, love H3H3. Freaking love H3H3. And HollowPoint is your favorite YouTuber. HollowPoint, he's not my favorite YouTuber. He's one of my favorites, though. He definitely inspires me, that's for sure. Yo, Legend of AK's in here. We got Mitch in here as well. What's up, Mitch? You gorgeous freaking human being. God damn. Max ammo, this is perfect. This is perfect. Hi, I'm watching you on my phone and my PS3. Damn, dude, I appreciate the viewership. It means a lot. Do I watch Filthy Frank? No, not really. So close to 78K. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are. We are very close to 78,000 subscribers. Watch this. Got a special for your fans. Watch this. Hey, ProHenis, watch this. I got a special for your fans. All right, bro. I'm ready for a special for my fans. You got, by the way, guys, I told you earlier in the other stream that I cannot hear donation sounds. So if we get a donation, you guys are gonna have to tell me in the chat because all the sound right now is just coming out of my desktop, so I can't hear any of the stuff that's coming out of my laptop, which is doing all the streaming. What's that code for? Legend of AK just put a code in the chat. Who's hyped? That's a code for 2,000 COD points. Oh, sheesh. Yo, whoever grabs that code first is gonna get 2,000 free COD points. That's pretty lit, actually. Yo, thank you, Legend of AK. I appreciate that, man. You're a god. What's up, KGZ Gaming? How you doing today, my man? Welcome to the stream. Is it that? There's only one zombie left, right? I don't think he dropped anything. What's up, Timmy is cool? How you doing today, man? Azex, welcome to the stream. Lewis LBJ, how you doing today, man? Can we kiss? I'm gay? No, sorry, bro. I'm not gay. Who got it? I don't know, bro. I'm typing in my chat on my phone while I watch on my Xbox. Nice. I got coins, right? Yeah, as long as you guys type in the chat at least once every 10 minutes, you'll be awarded 10 coins from ZeproHbot. Okay, it's more than 10 shots now. How many is it? 2 shots to the chest. Woo! Oh, sheesh. That zombie literally was not making any noise, bro. That zombie wasn't making any noise. Oh, dear God, no. Oh, chill. That's not cool. How you doing, anime girl? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. I don't know what just fell. Bang, bang. You're just gonna bleed out. I don't want to pick this up until next round starts. Where's this last zombie? Let's get this. Where did that perk fall? Did it fall on this side of the map? I hope it did. That'd be great. Someone got the coins. If it's used, I just bought it. Yeah. Legend of AK just bought that code, bro, that he just put in the chat. So anybody, whoever it was that grabbed it, be sure. Optic Fab says he was the one who grabbed it. Nice, bro. Nice. Love your BO3 multiplayer streams. Thank you, gamer. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I like bringing you guys the BO3 multiplayer streams as well. It's been a while since I've done zombies, though, so that's kind of why I wanted to do this. Ooh, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, God. This is a one burst? Oh. What are the chances of that, dude? Let's take advantage of this while we got it. What's up, Marvin Lopez? How you doing today, brother? Favorite YouTuber? Thank you. I appreciate that a lot, guys. Appreciate that a lot. What's up, Beast? How you doing today, my man? Welcome to the stream. Focusing up, boys. Getting all these points. No problem. I figured that I would do that once. Yeah, that's nice of you, man. I really do appreciate that, AK. Thank you very much, man. Can we get an AK spam in the chat, guys? That's kind of the equivalent of a donation when you think about it. Not really, but sort of. I appreciate it, AK. Thank you very much. Let's get an AK spam in the chat, guys. He definitely deserves it. Super nice guy. Let's go and find out what dropped over here. Lucky's Bull, how you doing today, man? Whatever it is, we probably won't be able to get it. What are coins for? So as of right now, man, coins can't be used for anything other than just right now figuring out how long you've been supporting my live stream for. It's really the only thing they can be used for. Pack-a-punch, dude. Pack-a-punch is always the first damn thing to fall on NUKETOWN, and it sucks. I hate it. What's up, gamer? How you doing today, my man? Welcome to the stream. What do I do with coins? Yeah, so if you guys don't know, there's a bot in my stream called the Pro Bot. Every 10 minutes, it awards all active people in the stream with 10 coins, which is really, really cool. So as long as you guys type in the chat once every 10 minutes, you'll be awarded with 10 coins. And then the idea is you guys will be able to use those coins once I actually start getting these giveaways ready to enter into raffles. And with these raffles, you guys will be able to win giveaways, which is really, really cool. So then it's a great way for me to reward the people that are constantly supporting my streams, because the more coins that you have, the more times you can enter into these raffles. I don't want to grab that just yet. Let's sort of spam this. So that's sort of the idea behind it. It's a great way for me to reward the people that are constantly supporting me, just simply by watching the live stream. So there's no other way for you guys to get points. You can't get more by donating. You don't get more by dropping likes, by subscribing. I mean, you do actually get more from subscribing. I'm pretty sure you do get an initial bonus if you do subscribe. Just pick that up now. What's up, Drake? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Bro, you're getting around 30 easy? Maybe, man. Maybe. We'll see. Going for these headshots only, boys. This is the last zombie, right? How you doing today, Dominic? Welcome to the stream. What do we want to do? No, there's no need for us to hit the box right now. Let's get it, baby. How you doing today, Ross? Welcome to the stream, bro. Madden Doll, what's up? Love your videos. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate it. We believe in you. Yo, thank you, chat. I need the confidence right now. I really do. This is, I don't know how many attempts we've had at this dumb challenge, but we're giving it a shot. This is like your 90th stream in a row. Damn. More than divine, you are a god. 90th stream in a row. It's a long time to be checking out someone's stream, dude. That's pretty sweet. How you doing today, Michael Reed? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Peter, what's up, my man? Thomas Higgs, Ross Fitzgerald. What a name. What a name. I really wish I had stamina up on this map. It really sucks that there's no stamina. Whew. Not taking any chances out here. Not taking any chances. Dude, you're my brother? Oh, 100%. Well, that's nice. I'll take that. I'll take that, double points. We got to get these guys all looped up here. Can't have the zombies be splitting themselves. Why are you coming up there now? I was literally just going to train these guys. Come on. That one zombie ruined my entire plan. What's going on, Sam? How you doing today, bro? Love your videos. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I do my best, guys. I haven't actually uploaded the video for you guys in a very, very long time. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's been a very long time. Let's go figure out what just fell over here. Hopefully it's... nope, we don't want to pick that up. What's up, Callum? How you doing today? Keep up the good work and you'll get to 100 rounds, bro. It's the no jug challenge. The no jug challenge, as in we're not going to have any... No, I thought it was up there. As in we're not going to be able to use any jug. If we get to round 100, bro, we will have broken the record out of the water. Blown it out of the water. Broken it out of the water, lol. What's up, C. Raymond? How you doing today, bro? Welcome to the stream. Ooh, I'll take that. COD is my favorite game. Dude, I love Call of Duty, in all honesty. I love Black Ops 2. How you doing today, Orlando? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by, man. What's up, Mariam Begg? How you doing today? Nathan Bailey, what's up? Dino, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream, my man. How you doing today, Jacob Cox? Welcome to the stream. Invader, what's up? I just turned up the game volume a little bit, guys. Let me know if that makes it easier for you guys to hear it. Sorry, Hennis, I gotta go. No worries, Carrying Place. No worries, my man. Let's get the trains going on here. You inspired me a lot. Thank you. I got you, D. Chandler. I got you, bro. It's really humbling to know. I get a lot of messages. I don't want to say a lot of messages. That's not fair. I get a couple messages every now and then from people that are like, Hennis, you've inspired me to start a YouTube channel, or Hennis, you've inspired me to play Call of Duty, or... you inspired me to start a Twitch channel, and all that stuff's really humbling, guys. It seriously means a lot to me to know that, you know, me just doing this sort of stuff, you know, helps to inspire you guys. So I really do appreciate the kind words, guys. Even though I can't respond to every single one of your guys' messages, it seriously means a lot, guys. So thank you. It really means a lot. Are you looking forward to Call of Duty World War II? 100%, dude. Nazi Zombies is going to be lit. I haven't actually, I mean, the multiplayer looks good as well. You guys know I'm definitely more of a multiplayer guy. But Nazi Zombies I definitely want to tap more into. You guys know Zombies is something that I don't usually stream over here on my channel, but I definitely want to give it a shot. I definitely want to show Zombies some more love, because it's been a long time since I've streamed Zombies for you guys. And I get a decent amount of viewers now, even when I'm just streaming Zombies, which is pretty lit. So we're going to hopefully give it a shot here and see how much you guys like it. I'm definitely going to be streaming Zombies more often. If Zombies is something you guys want to see more of, type 1 in the chat, actually. Type 1 in the chat if Zombies is something you guys want to see more of. I'll be curious to know. Oh, God, we almost got stuck right there. No drops. Perfect. How you doing today, football? Welcome to the stream, man. Literally no drops, bro. What's up, Mandy Scott? How you doing today? Round 23, I'll donate What? This man said round 23, I'll donate $500. All right, bro. 100%. We're getting it. There's the one spams, guys. I like it. I like it. I'm assuming, I mean, it's kind of a flawed thing as well, because I would imagine most of the people that are, you know, still chilling in the stream enjoy Zombies at least a little bit. So it's kind of unfair to do that poll right now. If I was doing it during a multiplayer stream, the numbers would probably be a little bit different, but it's still nice to see. Still nice. Alright, let's get it. How you doing today, Lucky Balls? How you do? Welcome to the stream, man. Nazi Zombies, you say, so anyone wondering who's gonna come back from the dead? Yo, chill. There's not gonna be like a Hitler Zombies, guys. I would imagine. They removed apparently the swastikas, because I know, you know, for some reason people think that's a really big deal to have swastikas in multiplayer. And even though swastikas represents, you know, a really dark time in, you know, world history, it's just, I don't know. It's not there to make a statement. If Activision puts swastikas in the game, it doesn't mean that Activision, like, hails Hitler. That's not what that means. And it's, I personally think it's dumb that people get so butthurt over having a swastika in a video game. I mean, it's not like it's, you know, rated E10 and up or something like that. You know, it's an M-rated game. I don't know. But I digress. So, but yeah, so I've heard swastikas are going to be in, I'm pretty sure swastikas are going to be in the campaign mode, though, from what I've heard. Do you remember me? Elin Finstant? I don't believe I do. I'm sorry. I don't recognize your username. I'm sorry, but I do not know who you are. I'm sure you've been in my stream before, but I do not know who you are. What's up, sir? How you doing today, Cole? Fine, welcome to the stream. I know who you are, my good man. You dropped a dono earlier today in my first stream. What's the record for this? You guys can see in the upper left-hand corner. I put it right up there for you guys to see. Or it's actually, if I point this way, that's weird. I'm pointing to my left, even though, or I'm pointing to my right, even though it's to the left of me. Anyways, the world record you guys can see in the upper right-hand corner of the stream there, or upper left-hand corner, is round 51. That is the world record. We're going to place in top 10 if we get to at least round 23. We haven't gone down yet in this game, which is a really, really good sign. So as long as we don't go down right now, we should be good. That's the hope. We're gonna try not to go down. Flip Gaming, yes, I do remember you, man. Welcome back to the stream. So many zombies! Ah! This is gonna run out here soon. All right, now it's out. Perfect. What's up, Banana? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. What? Dude, how? How, bro? I don't get this game. I should have honestly just switched around, moved around there. This is not a good spot to come up in. Zombie's literally going to come right for me. All right, everybody relax. Oh, we're 100% going down here. Oh, 100%. Ooh. Oh my god, we actually survived that. We're a god. Yo, can we get a clutch spam in the chat, guys? I would appreciate that very, very much. That was pretty sweet. That was a pretty sweet little evasion we just did right there. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Come on, you got this. Yo, I got you. This is for you, football. It's all for you, man. Which is my favorite COD game? Probably Black Ops 2, in all honesty. Probably Black Ops 2. That was a pretty sweet clutch. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty clutch. We were not supposed to get out of that situation, and we did. We somehow made it. What's up, YouTuber for life? How you doing today, man? Yes, guys, the record is round 51. That's the record here. I subscribe to you. Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate the sub, man. Yeah, when you guys subscribe, if you do have your subscriptions on public, you guys should see your names pop up right on screen below my face cam when you guys subscribe. Alright, we gotta go and get Quick Revive again. And we should go and grab Double Tap once again as well. Where did Quick Revive drop again? Wasn't there. Oh, it was over in this corner. That's right. Okay. Okay. I subbed. Yo, thank you, Evo Games. I appreciate that a ton, man. Now the zombies are all going to spawn over here as well. Which means if we grab this and get out of here quickly, we can head over to the other side of the map, hopefully without running into any zombies. What's up, Ross? How you doing today, man? Do you have Mercy? Oh, 100%. Oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise. I really probably shouldn't be reloading this just in case a zombie comes through here. I left a like. Yo, thank you, gamer. Appreciate it, man. Here come the zombies. Do I stream on Twitch? Every now and then, bro. If I'm going to stream on Twitch, though, it's most likely going to be something other than Call of Duty. So I kind of use my Twitch channel as an opportunity to stream stuff for you guys, like H1Z1, something I've been streaming a lot recently. Over on my Twitch, at least. So stuff like that. That's really the only game I've been streaming. Yo, what's up, Max? Welcome to the stream, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. We got Max in here. Appreciate you stopping by, Max. Means a lot, man. Get a new weapon? Yeah, we probably will have to get a new weapon here soon. We've been using the M8 for a while now, which is, you know, it's decent, but it's not the best weapon we could be using. How long till the stream ends? Honestly, bro, I got no time constraints today. So we're just gonna keep on flying through this. I'm gonna see how far we can get. Damn, son. Now that since we just got that max ammo, we should 100% just grab that. Do a little bit of training here. We'll grab a weapon. We'll leave a zombie here at the end of the round, and we'll grab a. We'll leave a zombie at the end of the round, and then we'll hit the box. Keep the M. You guys want us to keep the M8? Ooh. Okay. Type 1 in the chat if you guys think we should keep the M8A7. Type 2 if we should get rid of it. Whichever one gets the most votes, that'll be what we'll do. What's up, Chain Man? How you doing today, dude? Welcome to the stream. Left a like with my tablet, your phone, and your PC. Well, hey, as long as if you're logged in on the same account on all of those, then it still only counts as one like. What does the chat think? I believe you can do this. You got this. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, definitely more 2 spams than 1 spams already. All right, we're hitting the box, 100%. I did not mean to get rid of all of those. Chickum, great points weapon. Horrible for high rounds and horrible for what we want, which is, you know, to get out of sticky situations. Oh, yes. We got monkeys. Let's get a monkey spam in the chat, please. If anybody's got any monkey emojis you can spam. I'm pretty sure monkey emojis do exist. Let's check this one more time. If we don't get something good, then we're just gonna... Insta-kill. Yeah. I would definitely consider the teddy bear to not be a good drop. Yo, guys, we're out here one-shotting fools. Look at the damage on this thing. No Jug world record, actually 51 on NUKETOWN zombies. Yes, sir. If I make it to round 23, I'll be in top 10 in the world. What's up, Razorbanks? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, okay, it ran out. I was like, what the hell? How you doing today, Kid of Kiwi? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. I think it's definitely good that we kept the Executioner, though. If we had gotten rid of this, I probably would have been screwed. Hey, I like the monkey emojis. Oh, dude, the Executioner is too good. It's too good. Why monkeys? Oh, dude, monkeys. They're so helpful, man. When you're trying to get out of some sticky situations, they're great. You guys want to try 360 a zombie? It's kind of hard. I'm playing mouse and keyboard. I think the highest I've done is round 8 on this map. Rip. Yeah, we're trying to do the no jug challenge, too. I'm going to go check and see if any other perks fell. I don't think... We didn't get any other fallen perks, did we, chat? I don't believe we did. Go pack a punch? Who thinks we should pack a punch this? We don't have speed cola, though, bro. That's going to really mess us up. Let's hit the box a couple more times. If we get, like, the hammer... If we get the hammer, then maybe. We don't need to pack a punch. Ooh. Oh, bro, I saw the ray gun. Oh, I saw the ray gun. We're actually going to keep the Galil. I'm going to keep the Galil. And let's go grab... Where's this falling? It's falling on the side of the map. Beautiful. Give me my speed cola. Nah, guys, we're not going to pack a punch. We don't want to do that because we want to get a weapon that we're really comfortable with. And then we'll go ahead and pack a punch it once we run out of ammo for it. That'll be the goal. Oh, how much nicer is that? How much nicer is that? All right. We have all the perks that we can get now. There's no other perks that are going to fall on this map. The only other one that's going to fall is Jug. And that's dumb because this is the no Jug challenge. So we don't need Jug. But we're not going to pack a punch, guy. We're not going to pack a punch just yet. Maybe once we run out of ammo with the Galil, we'll pack a punch. But for right now, we don't need to pack a punch. Even though Pack-a-Puncher was in the stream earlier, guys, we don't need to pack a punch. Ironically and unironically, we don't need to pack a punch just yet. Try to keep all these zombies in a little cluster here. What's up, Nichols? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, that's so much nicer, bro. That's so much nicer. Are you playing on PC? Yes, guys, I am playing on PC. What do we get there? Let's wait till this next set of zombies spawns in, and we'll grab that. Get to round 52 and quit? Bro, if we break the world record, of course, I'm not going to keep going. That'd be dumb. I don't love zombies that much. No, I'm just kidding. I like zombies. I really do. Whee! Dude, I missed the dolphin dive. Low-key. Type 1 in the chat if you guys missed the dolphin dive. I'm pretty sure it's coming back in World War II. I'm like 99% sure we're getting the dolphin dive again, which would be lit. How you doing today, Haley? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. What's up, Riley? Bro, you're going to straight to round 52. We all believe in you. Those monkeys were just the beginning of your rampage. Hey, I like this. We could raise the record, that's true. We could raise it. There's the one spams. Oh, shoot. How you doing today, Jax? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. Means a lot, my man. What's up, Peanut Man? How you doing today, dude? Welcome to the stream. Are we stuck? Nope, we're good. Ooh, that's a double points. I'm definitely grabbing that. Dude, literally... It's so good. It's so good. The Executioner is so good. What's up, Gavin? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Razor Banks, yes, I do remember you, man. Orlando Auto Boy, what's up? This man's still spamming. This man's still over here spamming monkeys. Monkey emojis. Rip. What's up, Lucky Balls? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. I gotta get my training techniques back, guys. It's been such a long time since I've trained zombies. What's up, MLG Dorito? How you doing today, man? You'll win, bro. Imagine if we get the world record. Just imagine if we get it. Pack-a-punch the Executioner. I don't want to pack-a-punch it until we're out of ammo for it. Once we're out of ammo, then we can pack-a-punch it. Or if it gets to the point where it's like too weak. If it gets to the point where it's too weak and it's not doing anything for us anymore, then we can do it. But you see that? We just got to max ammo, so. No need, boys. No need. 10 rounds away. Keep it up. Oh, 100%, man. As long as we keep playing smart, like, we should be able to get this. It's just going to be a matter of, like, there is a little bit of RNG that goes into this, unfortunately. But as long as we keep going, we should be good. C Random, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. What's up? How you doing today, Anthony? Welcome, man. Welcome. Don't imagine, bro. Just do it. All right, bro. I like that. I like that mentality. Dude. I like the way you just said that. Don't imagine it, Henis. Just do it. Just break the world record, bro. Don't say imagine. Believe in yourself. Damn it. If you think you can do it, then anything is possible. Oh, fiery rampage now, boys. We drop anything over here? Nope. Whoa. Imagine if we went down with an insta-kill. Can we just... I don't know why I'm using this to get rid of zombies with insta-kill. Let's hit that. Oh, no, it's out. It's out. It's out. Oh, God, bro. I gotta... Literally, that stuff has brought me down before. There's literally no need for us to hit the box, but it's so easy. Might as well. Okay, nothing there. PhD confirmed. PhD confirmed, bro. Lol. Let's just keep this zombie for right now. If we get the ray gun Mark II, guys, that'd be so lit. What's up, Jace Hopper? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Can we hit this one more time? Nope, fortunately not. And we get the sniper. Cool. What's up, Jinjin Ninja? How you doing today, my man? Welcome to the stream. All right. I think we're good on ammo. We should be good for at least another round here. That's the hope. DJ Josh, how you doing today, man? Actions speak louder than words, 100%. What's up, Hunter? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. I like the Mark I better. Nah, dude. The ray gun, the original ray gun is not good at all. We've only had one down so far, which is nice. Only one down so far. How you doing today, Jim? Welcome to the stream. I saw your name in the chat and I just didn't say hello because I'm too scared right now. Ow. Whew. Sheesh. I feel like maybe we're trying to be too aggressive right now. I don't know. I wish I knew how to train better. I'm not an amazing trainer when it comes to zombies, so. Pack-a-punch the Executioner? We probably should, in all honesty. We really probably should. Might as well use up all the ammo for it now, then. We're gonna pack-a-punch it. Let's do that. Let's do that. What's up, Master Buck? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. We still want to save some of it, though, because you never know if we get in a sticky situation when we need it. Oof. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, so there's Jug. Jug's falling in now. What's up, Kevin? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Yo, you need to chill. I don't need any walkers right now. You got it, Henis? Yo, thank you, bro. Did Jug seriously just kill, like... Jug just fell over here and kills all the zombies. That's actually pretty damn funny. What's up, Samuel? How you doing today, man? What's my favorite weapon in zombies? I don't know what I'd say my favorite weapon in zombies is, bro. Right now, it's the Executioner. Freaking love this thing. Oh, no, no, no. Why are they all spawned over here? Why were they all there? That was so weird. What? What's up, Peter? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. This is the last guy. How you doing today, A's? Welcome to the stream, bro. Let's go ahead and pack-a-punch this. Should we pack-a-punch both weapons? Should we pack-a-punch both weapons, guys? Oh my god, he read my comment? Yo, Dults. Of course I read your comment, man. Let's go ahead and pack-a-punch this right now. Pack-a-punch the Executioner. Yeah, the Executioner. What's my highest round on zombies? No idea, bro. I don't usually keep track of high rounds. Yes, we should. Okay, let's do it. Mountain man is out there. We need to send a hill. I'm not a fan of that sight, but I don't care enough to pack punch it again. Okay, here we go, boys. Here we go. Let's do it. Just 8 more rounds? Just 8 more rounds, dude. That's all we need. Once we get 8 more rounds, we'll be top 10. Not too shabby, boys. Throw a monkey? Yeah. Whoa, no, we didn't need to throw a monkey for that. I got a question. What's up, Xander Scott? What's your question, man? Yeah, we just pack a punch, guys. We're good. We're good. Should be good. That's nice. Range on this is so nice right now, bro. Oh, thank you, chat, for telling me to pack a punch this weapon. I appreciate you and everything you do. Get the walkers out of here, bro. If I see any walkers, I swear to God, y'all are getting wrecked. Literally, we can just destroy everything in our path and just create a nice little train for ourselves. What's up, Eli Burks? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Get in the train there, boy. Get in the train there, boy. Get it. What's up, Kevin? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Hashtag subspike. Yo, true, guys. If you're new to the stream right now, be sure to go ahead and drop a sub. We're going for the no jug challenge. If we make it to round 24, we'll be in top 10 in the world, which is pretty lit. We're trying at least for that. If we make it to top 10, I'm not gonna be disappointed, you know? Come on, that'd be a cool accomplishment to say we're top 10 in the world for NUKETOWN no jug zombies. Can you give me a shout out? Yo, shout out to my boy Razor Banks. Shout out to you, my man. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. You're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Round 17, here we go. Whew! I'm not sweating, chat, I swear. What's up, Sans? How you doing today? Super Crazy Gamer. What's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Python Marshals Executioner. Ooh, Python Marshals. Yeah, I wonder how the Marshals would do against the Executioner. Can you imagine that? Doing a 1v1 with those? That'd be kind of fun. I can't, like, my hands are actually sweating right now, guys, and I'm trying not to, like, be nervous and choke this, because I really... No, why'd I turn? Oh, that pisses me off, dude. That actually pisses me off. That actually pisses me off. I'm throwing a monkey. I don't even care. Go over there. Go over there. Damn it, dude. Damn it. There goes Quick Revive. Quick Revive's all gone. We're just gonna chill over here. How you doing today, Mr. Jelly Donut? Welcome to the stream. Damn it, dude. That actually does piss me off, bros. That actually does piss me off. Shame, shame, shame. But good thing we had monkeys right there, right? If we didn't have monkeys, we probably would have been screwed. Hopefully there are no more zombies coming through this way. It's just gonna be like crawlers and stuff, I'd imagine. I hear the crawlers all over here, man. Crawlers are so loud, it's ridiculous. Let's go grab ourselves some speed cola. Want to grab it? Yeah, we're gonna grab it really quickly. Ah! All right, we're good. It's like nothing ever happened. Dude, I can't with this dumb game. This game is so dumb. It's so dumb. I was just kidding. I'm just getting triggered, dudes. Damn it. Okay. Well, there's literally no need for us to do anything with monkeys right now because we suck. You know what the good news is, though? We can still technically do this. We just can't go down anymore. I don't know how on earth that's supposed to help me, but I'll take it. Manly scream. Damn, dude, that actually pisses me off. I want the ray gun Mark II. That's what I want. I want the ray gun Mark II, bro. That's not the ray gun Mark II. The stream is so chill. Oh, 100%, man. Yeah, we're chill right now. We're chill. No, it's not good enough. Let's go buy these perks again. You got this, Hennis. We can still technically do this. We just can't go down. We just can't go down. We're only gonna have speed cola, and we're only gonna have double tap, and we can't go down. What's up, Alan? How you doing today? Xander Scott, welcome to the stream. RHB, what's up, sexy? How you doing today, man? Dual wields? Yeah, I didn't want the dual wield 5.7s. The executioner is still gonna be a lot better, especially since it's pack a punch. There's literally no point. I was about to say, dude, I have enough points. If it didn't let me buy that, I would have been pissed. What's up, Lucky Balls? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Johannes, read my comment. Lucky Balls, I'm sorry. I missed what your comment was. Don't go down? Exactly. We just can't go down. If we go down, then we're screwed. Yeah. Open the middle and buy the Galvan Knuckles. That might actually not be a bad idea. We can't do it right now, though. I don't want to risk it. We can't do it right now. Try to get the Mark II. Yeah, we're just gonna have to try to hit the box a crap ton until we get the Mark II. I guess we might as well try that. If we make it to the end of this round, that's what we should try to do. We should try to hit the box until we get the Mark II. We're quickly running out of ammo on this thing as well. I hope we get a max ammo here soon. I really hope we get a max ammo soon. Imagine if I, like, accidentally run by Jug and buy it. Like, how funny would that be? That would actually be really disappointing. What's up, Dis? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh. Dude, if we get stuck on some, like, dumb post like that, and that's what ends up downing us, I'm gonna be so mad. How you doing today, Joey? Welcome to the stream. You're kind of new? Well, Joey, thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate it. Get quick revive? No, we can't, guys. We've already used all of our quick revives. We've already got 3 downs, so we're absolute plebs. We're plebs out here. Okay. This is all a mind game, guys. This is all a mind game. This is all this is. We can do this. We can do this. This isn't an impossible challenge. People have done it. It's all strategy. That's all this is. If the stream went off, you guys just try simply refreshing and hopefully that'll be good. God, I just freaked out right there. I thought we were going to be too close to those zombies. This damn zombie hits me one more time, I'd be so mad. There better not be another wave after this. Love your streams. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. Oh, there is a zombie right there, bro. Holy Jesus. What type of gun are you using? I'm using a Pack-a-Punched Galil, right? Yeah, Pack-a-Punched Galil. And a Pack-a-Punched Executioner. Wow. Okay. What do we want to do right now? We wanted to go hit the box and wanted to go buy Galvan Knuckles. Let's do that. Then we'll get to round 19. Where are the Galvan Knuckles? Right by here, right? Galvan Knuckles. Okay. Let's hit the box. Because Galvan Knuckles are one hit, right? Aren't they still one hit even now? Can I get a shout out? Yo, shout out to City Gaming. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Means a lot. I like the stream, Hennis. Thank you, Lucky. Means a lot, brother. What's up? It's Nathan. How you doing today, bro? Love your video. Thank you, Kevin. Means a lot, man. We don't need that. I'm watching this at dinner. Yo, Connor, that's lit, bro. That's lit. We're so close, guys. Like, we're close to completing this challenge. We're really close. We've gone down to so many stupid things, bro. It's a two hit? We got the hammer. We actually got the hammer. It's a god weapon. It's a god weapon. Okay, let's try to... We're going to hit it a little bit more. We're going to hit it pretty much until we run out of points. As long as you hit the zombie at least once. What if we end up getting the ray gun Mark II? We want the ray gun Mark II and the hammer. We got the hammer. Just need the ray gun Mark II. And we're set. Damn, now my mom's mad. Yo, tell your mom I said hi. And I'm sure whatever she made you for dinner is delicious. Unless your dad cooked dinner. In which case, what he probably made is delicious as well. How you doing today, Hunter? Welcome to the stream, brother. Can I get a shout out? Love your videos. Anna, shout out to you. Stop at 5,000 to pack punch the hammer. All right, good call. Yeah. Love your zombie? Yo, yeah, it's pretty lit zombie, isn't it? Buy the AK-74. You, nah, bro. We don't need to buy the AK. Chill. Hit that box real quick. What's up, Beasting Dog? How you doing today, bro? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully we'll be able to get... Nah, dude, we just want the ray gun Mark II. That's all we want. Did I miss anything? I just came. Mason? Not a whole lot, bro. Not a whole lot. We're just chilling as of right now. Trying to find the right stuff to get here. What's up, Mr. Games? How you doing today, my man? We're probably going to get the teddy bear next hit. Which is going to suck. Ow. Called it. Where am I from, bro? United States d'America, my man. Love your videos. I'm a big fan. Thank you, Anna. Means a lot. You said hi to me so many times. Yeah, I know. There's just the people who are most active in the chat. I say hello to you guys the most. Because I love you guys so much. If I were to guess, I'm going to guess it's going to be right in here. Maybe not. It's going to be on the other side of the map, maybe. How you doing today, Adam? What's up, Brody Tube? How you doing today, brother? Caleb Bros, what's up? Galva Knuckles are a 2-hit punch. See, why on earth would I spend money on Galva Knuckles then? That doesn't make any sense. At this round, why would I do that? That's so wasteful. Because the only reason I would ever knife instead of using this is if I wanted to, if I was in a sticky situation, I just needed to knife my way out of something. That's literally the only reason. What's up, Typical Gamer? How you doing today, man? Mad Gamer says, I like turtles, and you? Yo, appreciate it, man. Just got the Galil again. Damn it, bro. Hennis, can you do more weapon bribes? Bro, I've done so many weapon bribes recently that I'm just trying to, like, I'm trying to cut back on those. My mom says hi. Yo, that's awesome, Connor. That's awesome, man. Your mom says hi. Hennis, I'm always in your streams. Thank you, Jamie. Means a lot. All right, that's the last hit. Let's go pack punch this thing. It's over on the other side, right? Or pack punch, it's right there. Hennis, remember me? Elite Games? Yes, I do remember you, Elite Games. Welcome back to the stream, brother. That's such a bad spot for Pack-a-Punch, bro. I hate that so much. He didn't drop anything, did he? No. Okay, we're good. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. Giovanni, how you doing today? Jake UAV. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our last quick revive. We can't use any more. How old am I? 18 years old, Andrew. If we make it to round 24, we'll be top 10 in the world for no jug here on NUKETOWN. Let's see if we can make that happen. I have faith in us. The world record is round 51. Yeah, however, I'm really only looking to place top 10 right now. I don't know if round 51 is actually going to happen. We would need, considering we already used all of our quick revives, that seems like a little bit of a stretch for us to actually do that. But you never know. Maybe we'll surprise ourselves. Maybe we'll end up doing really, really well. You never know. We just got to keep playing smart. Get those walkers out of here, bro. OG Mudbone, what's up? I'm missing 13 wins from a triple play. Can you complete it? Maybe soon, man. I'm probably going to get back to doing triple play streams here soon. But as of right now, man, I'm chilling with these streams. Look at how fast this thing reloads, too. For an LMG, that's so lit. Freaking love this thing. Get rid of that walker really quick. Double points, I'll take that. Double points. Ooh. If a dead zombie blocks me, bro, that's gonna be... I'm gonna scream. Lincoln plays... Thank you, man. Are you playing on PlayStation or Xbox? Neither. I'm actually on the PC. You guys can probably see by the giant FOV that I can see really far left and right that we're actually playing on the PC, which is pretty lit. Use these double points here real quick. You're making me want to play zombies? Oh, 100%, man. Zombies is fun, bro. Zombies is really fun. I like zombies. Whoa, chill. So this is not the last zombie. We're almost at round 20 here, boys. Let's get it. Let's get it. You the last one? Do I have a PS4? Yes, I do, guys. I do. Not the last one. This guy's not the last one either. I forgot you don't slide in this game. Save some ammo for the executioner. Oh, Jesus, bro. Damn. I didn't realize how low we were. Wait, he's actually doing zombies? Oh, 100% blackjack. 100% man. We're round 20. I didn't realize. Round 23 and I'll donate $500. Remember? KGZ Gaming. Are you for real about that, man? The fact that you're bringing it up again makes me wonder, like, you actually might be legit. Round 23 and I get 500 bucks. 3 more rounds. Okay. 3 more rounds doesn't seem too bad. Oh, hallelujah. 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 Hennis dab on camera. I can't dab right now, bro. Thank you, zombie gods, bro. That was clutch. You guys missed it. We just got a max ammo. That's lit. I don't know why I just swapped weapons right there. I thought I was gonna... Okay, here we go. Chill, dude. I'm not going down like that. You guys see me like flinch in real life right there? Like my whole body actually flinched. Because I so badly didn't want to go down. He knows my name, Caleb Rose, 100%. Round 21. If we make it through this round and the next round, we're getting a $500 donation, according to KGZ. Dude, round 30 and I'll drop 200 bucks. I've never gotten a $500 donation before, bro. The highest I've ever gotten is a 200. Could you imagine a $500 donation? 2 more rounds. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's just make it happen. Let's just make it happen. We can't go down. We can't even go down once. It just, we can't let that happen. What's up, Evan? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. What's up, Mr. Shadows? I'm so nervous right now. I'm so nervous. One more round. Oh, no. Asen Peterson, what's up? Okay, no. I can't pause. I can't pause. I can't take a break. Don't give up. Yo, Beasting, I got you, man. If we make it to this round, bro, we get a $300, or what was it, a $500 donation, supposedly? KGZ, you better not back out, man. Why can't you get Jug? That's just the challenge we're going for, bro. We're trying to see how high of a round we can get to without Jug. So we've officially tied with the top 10 player in the world. We've officially tied with the top, yeah, the number 10 highest round here on NUKETOWN. Ooh, okay. walker over there. Ooh. You can do it. We're trying, bros. We're trying. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know what we almost just got stuck on, but that would have been pissy. What if we do? Nothing bad happens. We don't get the challenge done. That's perfect. Really wish we had a insta-kill or a bomb, but that's cool too. What's up, Beasting Dog? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, Brandon? Or Braden? Welcome to the stream. Oh, Jesus. Did you see how wide-eyed I just got right there when that zombie came out of that doorway? Holy God. Let's get this zombie in the loop and then we'll spray him down. Of course, that's not it. Are they still spawning? Like, actually? I think they are. Shoot, they're still spawning, bro. This is making me so nervous, bro. You're nervous, bro. I got $500 supposedly on the line right here. This is it. This is the last zombies. Ladies and gentlemen. Wait, KGG, you have to beat 23, which means get to 24 for the money. I have to beat 23? Of course, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've officially made it. We're the top 10. We're top 10 right now. We're top 10 for the highest round here on NUKETOWN Zombies. Top 10. Number 10 spot was round 22. We've officially made it to round 23. So does that mean... Maybe that just means I've tied them since I've beaten round 22. So once I beat round 23 and get to round 24, then I'll be top 10. I think that's what that means. Okay. All right. World record. World record PogChamp. PogChamp. Die now? No, chill. I'm not dying now. Are you dumb, Tom? My heart's literally racing right now, though. My heart is literally racing. I don't think my heart has ever raced this fast. Let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Nothing more to it. Just keep doing what we've been doing. What's up, Mimic? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. We have 300 viewers right now. Y'all are lit. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you're new, we're less than 100 subscribers away from 78,000. So if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe. I hope you die, CX. Tom, I hate you right now. What do we get out of that? Oh, a bomb. Yes, please. Wait for all these guys to spawn and then we'll pick that up. Monkeys? I don't need to use monkeys right now, bro. Let's pick that up. Okay. Wave by wave, that's all it takes. What's up, Dagan? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. 78K spam, 100%, guys. If you're a new subscriber, you'll see your names pop up on screen when you subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Be sure to drop a like as well. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh. Double points. Oh, dude. That zombie didn't get hit for some reason. Am I staring in the face right now of a $500 donation? Hey guys, guess what round we're on? Hey guys, guess what round we're on? 24! Mom! Okay. Let's keep going. What's the next record to beat? 24, 25, 26, 20. Okay, these just keep going up. Okay. So as long as we keep getting like one more incremental round, we'll keep breaking records. He has to donate. Apparently, man. If he's a man of his word, he'll donate $500. You guys have to tell me when it comes in, though. Oh, that was close. That was close. Respectable hit from the zombies. Respectable hit. Whew, we're number 9 right now. All right, so we're number 9 in the world. That's pretty sweet. Okay, hold on. I'm going to unplug this. Actually, I don't think I'll be able to hear the donation if it comes out of there. I don't think it matters. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I don't think it'll matter. You guys are going to have to tell me if a donation actually comes in because I won't be able to hear it. So I'll have to look over at my thing over here. Are you on PC? Yes, I am playing on the PC right now, guys. What's up, Brian? How you doing today, bro? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by, my man. Top 10, 100%, bro. Why didn't you die the first time? Oh, there was a zombie flanking us. All right, all right, all right. Jake UEV, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. How you doing today, man? I don't know why. Oh, okay. I have no idea. I'm going for a world record right now. Okay, thank you. Oh man, what's going on, Job? How you doing today, bro? Dude, I gotta pay attention to this, like the game here. I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm gonna end up going down if I don't pay attention. Hennis, what's up, Callum? How you doing today, bro? I don't have any quick revives left. No, I've used up all my quick revives. I've used up all my quick revives. How you doing today, Ziotic? Welcome to the stream, man. Let's go. Let's go, baby. How you doing? Doing pretty good, bro. Honestly. Honestly, we're doing pretty sweet. What's up, Paul? How you doing today, bro? Welcome to the stream. My good buddy, Paul. We're not extremely low on ammo on this executioner here. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. We don't really have to worry about it too much yet. What round? We're currently at round 24, guys. So we're top 10 right now in the world for placement in this, which is pretty sweet. You scared, bro? A little bit scared. Connor Gray, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Don't forget about monkeys. Yeah, true. Monkeys is definitely something I forget to use sometimes if I'm in sticky situations. I definitely sometimes forget to use monkeys. Are there more spawning still? I don't think so. That's pretty sweet. Here we go. We're looking around 25 right in the face, baby. Let's get it. Love your clogs? What do you mean, love my clogs? Oh, bro. Is your heart faster than Keemstar? Oh, nah, dude. He's too fast. Wow, it's almost like it tells what round it's on in the bottom left, like every other COD game with zombies. Yo, facts. All right, so now we're number 8, right? So we just made it to round 20. What round are we on? We're on round 25. So once we beat round 25, we'll be 8. Okay, I see. Let's get it, baby. We have 300 viewers right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much for all the support right now. Seriously means a lot. Going for some world records. You guys already know it's lit. Oh, okay. I'm dead. Yep. That was so dumb. Why did I go that way? I don't know why I went that way. That was dumb. That was dumb. Well, hey, we made it on zombie leaderboards for like our first time ever going for a zombies challenge. I'd say that's pretty sick. Ah. So where's my $500 donation? KGZ? No, he did not donate $500 yet. Stop ignoring me, Alexia M. I'm not trying to ignore you, I swear. Good job, you legend. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you. So what did that bring us to? So we died on round 25, but we beat round 24. So we were in number 9, I think. Oh, man. What's the world record for town? I have no idea. What do we want to do now, guys? Do we want to go for it again? Type 1 in the chat if we want to go for it again. What do you guys think? I got to turn on my AC, though. It is way too hot in this room right now. What do you guys think we should do? You guys think we should type 1 in the chat if we should go for it again? How you good? What's up, Tyler? How you doing today, man? Oh. That kid is gone? Yo, he bounced out, bro. We break the record. He's like, nah. Getting out of here. Different challenge? You guys are all saying it again. Let's try to go for it again. We'll try to go for it again. You guys are saying different challenges. I'm seeing some people say different challenge. I don't have another thumbnail made for a new challenge, though. That's the only thing. Something else? What do we want to go for? Does anybody have any opinions? Different challenge? Let's see what other zombies challenge we can go for here. Check it for town? Okay. No jug town? Oh, Jesus. Around 43? Okay. Damn. This guy made it to around 80. No jug on town would be a lot harder. It would be a lot harder. Unburied, it's too easy. Yeah, around 125, no jug. It's too easy. Because as long as you get the, like, whatever that thing is that begins with a P, that weapon out of the box, and you're set. Town has stamina up. Yeah, that's true, but... Yeah, that is true. That's true. Well, farm. Farm's kind of a fun map. 31. Why is NUKETOWN the hardest one? Why does nobody try NUKETOWN? Because I'm not the best zombies player. There's no way. First room, flawless, no magic, no power, no revive. Isn't no revive the same thing as flawless? What's the difference between no revive and flawless? Isn't flawless where you don't go down? I don't get it. You already did 25, just add a couple to it. What's the difference between flawless? What was it, the petrifier or something like that? Yeah. You got this dude town? Dude, town, bro? Town would take a long time, though. That's the thing. Town wouldn't be as quickly as NUKETOWN. Hey, Pack-a-Puncher! Yeah, it's around 43. No jug town, no jug town, no jug town. Flawless is no downs. Yeah, then what's no revive? If flawless is no downs, which is what I thought, then what's no revive? Isn't that the same thing? The stay in the bus challenge? No revive is co-op, not solo. You can't revive your teammates. Oh. But then why isn't that underneath the co-op challenge? Or is that just for high rounds? That's just for high rounds, I guess. Okay. 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 That makes sense. So what do we want to do? Let's check No Jug Town. What would that take for No Jug Town? Round 43? I definitely would not make it to round 43. There's no way. There's no way. Flawless means you don't get hit? No perks at all? Try no perks at all? Oh, man. I don't know if I want to even try that. I want to do NUKETOWN again, though. I just want to do NUKETOWN for something, because I like NUKETOWN. I know some people don't, but I really like NUKETOWN. What website is this? This is zombierecords.com, where you can check all these stats. Let's try 100 speedrun. No magic, Easter egg speedrun. Mob of the Dead. First room? What's the first room challenge on NUKETOWN? 19? The highest for what? Oh, because you can't get jug. Because you literally can't get jug. Alright. It's impossible not getting hit. I've seen people do it. First room challenge? You want to try the first room challenge? Just pick one. Let's do the first room challenge. We're going to try the first room challenge. The world record is around 36. Let me change this. Okay. Let's try that. Try the first room challenge. Let's give it a whirl. I do decent YouTube videos. That's pretty lit, bro. Transit, stay in the buses? Nah. Not actually, there's a chance you could get Jug. Very slight chance. Very slight chance. We're going to try it on NUKETOWN, guys. We're going to try first room here on NUKETOWN. We wouldn't be able to get Jug. First room challenge. First room. See, you guys are making fun of the way I say room. First room challenge. First room. Room. Yeah, it's slight, but still, I guess, yeah, it is technically possible. If we got Jug here, I mean, that'd be a game changer. So we're not gonna be able to, yeah. So we'll have to be buying weapons off the walls because we won't be able to. We won't have the box. Damn. All right, let's give it a whirl. See how we do. I was in yesterday's stream. Alexia, welcome back to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot. Mason, what's up? Hennis, you read every message except for mine. Mason, I was saying hello to you earlier, bro. What are you talking about? I like that landed right there. That's actually pretty helpful. In a pretty central location. What's up, Peanut Man? How you doing today, brother? Welcome back to the stream. Oh. Such a shame. Why are you so scared? What do you mean, Leon or Elon? Well, let's get it. One last zombie knife. Where is he? Well, right here. I like the video. Thank you, Daniel. Prestige means a lot, man. Had to say my name, Lil Dude. What's up, man? What's up, Lil Dude? How you doing, Zach's Beast channel? Welcome to the stream. Hold on. The AK's in there. You can't get that right now, though. The round that we're currently on, guys, you can see the round that we're on in the lower left-hand corner. And then you can see the world record highest round in the upper left-hand corner. So we're trying to go for the first room challenge, which means we can't open any doors. So we're going to have to do all of our training out here. Oh, I should be point whoring right now. What am I doing? They don't take 2 hits on round 2, do they? I'm pretty sure it's only 1. That zombie needs to relax. Oh, they do take 2 hits. Okay. Not there. I guess 2 leg hits. First room is fun? Yeah, first room challenges are always fun. It's going to get really hectic here, which is why it's going to be fun. Yeah, 100%. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are new. I would really appreciate it. Definitely helps me out a ton. We're on the road to 78,000 subscribers, so we're getting very close. We're getting very, very close, guys. Wait, was he behind me? Oh, he's over here. Bang, bang. Love your streams. Thank you, OSkills. Appreciate it. Hennis, the rules for it are Jug is not allowed. No barriers or doors are allowed to be opened no matter what. Jug is not allowed. Jug is not allowed even if it falls? So it's kind of like the no jug challenge? Okay. So it's like the no jug challenge, but we're confining ourselves to only this room? Okay. That'll make things interesting, won't it? Okay, I'll take that. Wait, why are you going that way, bro? What? As I was just like, nah, I don't want to go that way, bro. That zombie's hella confused. He's like, where do I come and get this guy? I want to eat brains. Do I have a PS4? Yes, I do, guys. But right now I'm playing on the PC. Just because that's the only platform that I have BO2 on. Bang, bang. Let's get it. How old am I? I'm 18 years old, guys. Why are you so good? I'm really not that great, to be honest with you. Harry Plays, how you doing today, man? What's up? It's Blue Fusion. Look at the rules. He's lying. Does it show rules on here? View rules. No doors, barriers. Juggernog is not allowed. No glitches or exploits allowed. Every round must be played in full. Okay. Magic enabled. Headshots only disabled. Video requirement. Full gameplay footage is required. Twitch, make sure your footage is highlighted as past broadcasts will not be accepted. YouTube, make sure your video is public. Okay. That's all we need to do. So no Juggernog is not allowed in the first room challenge. Interesting. Alexia, how you doing today? You're so cool. Love your videos. Thank you, Daniel Prestige. Wasn't lying, suck it. Yeah, I know. It's just nice to see it on their website formatted nicely as well. It's nice to have that for peace of mind. So we're not gonna have. So this is essentially the no perk challenge, also confined to the very to the room. Okay. First perk is falling. Oh, okay, I did not want to do that. Let's open this up. What does the Bowie knife go to? What does the Bowie knife go to, guys? What round? What round can you is the Bowie knife a one hit up to? You're the best YouTuber. Thank you, Elon. Means a lot to me, man. Just subscribe. Thank you, Kyron. Thank you, Kieran. I'm totally the best at this game. You're awesome. Love your vids, broski. Thank you, man. Hennis, can you tell the chat to go can you tell the chat to go sub to me? My name is Razorbanks. Sorry, bro. Actually, you know what? Yeah, whatever. Everyone go subscribe to Razorbanks. Rip. Notice me, senpai? I got you, the Overwatch gamer. I just hate Overwatch. That's why I haven't been reading your name. Just kidding. Like I've always said, it's not personal. You just opened a door? You aren't allowed to open that? That's considered a room? That's not a door? What? Well, that was a valiant effort. We gave it our all. That's what really matters. Why do golfers wear 2 pants? Because they want to get a hole in one. Why do golfers wear 2 pants? Because they want to get a hole in one. I don't get it. How you not have 1 million subs? You're such a good YouTuber. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's try that again. You're cool. Thank you, Asen. Appreciate it, man. Ripperoni's true. RIP's in the chat. Good luck. Thank you, Joey. Means a lot, man. How do I check my coins? Yeah, so if you guys are looking to see how many coins you've collected in my stream simply by watching, go ahead and type !coins in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, going for the no room challenge, or the first room challenge, technically. No room, first room, whatever you want to call it. It's my second attempt after accidentally opening up that door. So the Olympia and this are the only 2 weapons we can buy. We can't pack a punch. We're going to have quick revive, but that's it. How you doing, Optic Fab? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's the highest round on this? 36? Okay. Imagine us breaking the world record, guys. Imagine if we broke the world record. We can't open up any doors, and supposedly that counts as a barrier. So we can't do that. Cool. How you doing today, Dominique? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Get niffed, nerd. What's up, Beast? How you doing today, man? Yo, shout out to Uncaring Place. What up, my dude? Bang, bang, let's get it. How long have you been live streaming since you unplugged the internet? This stream has been live for about an hour and a half, my guy. Please shout out. I've been subbed to you since 10K. Yo, thank you very much for the support, bro. Seriously means a lot. Shout out to you, Hayden. How you doing today, man? Semi-pro, what's up? Ladies and gentlemen, we're shooting for 78,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. I'd really appreciate it. How do you not have what? I have no idea what you just said. But it's all about that box luck? Nah, bro. We can't have any box luck today, man. Not for this challenge, at least. Because we're not allowed to open up any doors. So, RIPs. 1 pump to the chest. Let's get it. Did I not knife? Okay, I was about to say. Maybe I missed that other one? I don't even know. Did you just start? Yeah, guys, we're just starting this challenge right now. If you're talking about the live stream's been live for like an hour and a half. So, RIP on that. How hard is this in your words? It's not, I mean, it's not too bad, in all honesty. I don't think this challenge will be too bad. I mean, the no jug challenge is kind of hard. No jug challenge was kind of hard. There's literally no point in us keeping this, so I'm just going to pick up the Olympia. That'll be sort of our close range weapon. It's going to kind of suck, though, because we won't have a weapon to sort of run away from people from quickly. But I think this will be fine. You're one of the kindest people I know. Thank you, man. Do I play GTA 5? Not really, dude. I mean, GTA 5 is alright. I used to play it a lot, but I don't really anymore. What are the coins? Yeah, so coins are a virtual currency that exists only in my stream. This is actually my 3rd stream ever using them. So it's brand new to me. So I don't even really know how it's all going to work yet in my stream. But the idea is that you guys are rewarded with 10 coins for every 10 minutes that you watch my live stream. And the idea is that these coins, you'll be able to use them to enter into raffles that you can then use to hopefully win giveaways over here on my channel that we'll hopefully do on the regular for like maybe every couple of weeks. Is sort of the... I shot twice there, man. I missed the first one, lol. Yeah, man. I don't even know where that fell. Damn it! Damn it! But yeah, so that's sort of how the coin system works. And then the idea is that the more coins you have, the greater chance you'll actually have of winning these giveaways. Why did I not shoot twice there again? I'm shooting twice. Maybe I'm shooting faster than the weapon can actually fire, so I'm like exceeding the fire rate. I don't even know. Roblox? Yeah, exactly. Roblox RIPs, guys. RIP Robloxes. Alright, so that's first down on round 3. No big deal. Again, we're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Italian Turtle, what's up? Welcome to the stream. 5 coins, let's go, baby. Yeah, you have to type in the chat at least once every 10 minutes in order to actually get the coins. Damn, I got this, like, pimple on my shoulder, and it's pissing me off. Bang. Whoop. Oh, this weapon's trash. Oh, no. Oh, no, this is garbage. If that didn't kill him, yeah, this weapon is booty cheeks, dude. Why did I buy this? I literally was better off with a pistol just to get away from zombies faster. Damn, I might be low-key a little bit dumb. Love your streams. Thank you, Semi-Pro. Appreciate it, man. Okay. Ripperonis, dude. Like, look at this thing. Get that up here real quick. Absolutely nothing, dude. That's so bad. That's so bad. All right, guys, we're trying to make it to at least round 19. Round 19 is the goal here. Love your videos. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate that a lot, man. Let's get it, my dudes. Let's get it. Love you, bro. You're amazing. Thank you, Dom Jeff. Means a lot, man. Love your insult for the gun. Dude, this gun's, it's trash. It's so bad. Why did I buy this? Why did I buy this weapon, bro? God, no. Please make it stop. Destruction Football. How you doing today, my man? Welcome to the stream. You cannot make this up. No siree. Okay, he's right there. Cool. Are you going to do more triple play contracts? Oh, absolutely, guys. Yeah, I'm just taking a little bit of a break from that. You guys know I've been bringing you guys triple plays a lot recently. And so I'm kind of looking to spice up the content here a little bit. Bring you guys maybe something a little bit different. The world record is round 36. Yes, that's the world record. The top 10 world record, though, is round 19. So we're going to try to... Imagine if we get on top 10 for, like, every zombies record ever. That'd be kind of cool. I'll take that. Oh, I'm dead. 100%. That's not what I wanted. Hiya! Bang, bang, my dudes. Let's get it. Whew, love your streams. They're so good. Thank you, Victoria Taylor. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. World record for what? So the world record, guys, is we're trying to stay in this first room here. We're not allowed to go into any barriers. We're not allowed to open up any doors. That includes this, apparently. I fell for that the first time. I opened up this and I was like, oh, sick. Not allowed to open that up. We have to stay here in this first room. You got the record? Love the streams? Yes. Hopefully we'll be able to get the record. We'll see. Love your videos. Thank you. You got the record? We're trying, guys. We're trying. We got number 9 record for no jug here on NUKETOWN. Number 9 world record. That's kind of cool. Damn, this is... Yep. I'm not having fun with this challenge right now at all, bro. This is so weird. I kind of want to go back to the no jug challenge and try that one again. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back. We're just going to restart the game. We're going to do the no jug challenge again. That's a challenge that I really want to do right now. I really want to do the no jug challenge. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to do the no jug challenge because that one's actually fun. Because then we can actually do stuff. I don't want to stay in that one room all the time, you know? Jacob Cox, what's up? Andrew Nugan says you're hot. Yo, thanks, bro. You're hot as hell too. Victoria Taylor says you got Origins. Yes, I do have Origins. Actually, do I? Making me think now. I don't know. I don't think I actually do. No, I do have Origins. Okay. Never mind. I'm dumb. I do have Origins. Ha! I thought for a second I didn't have Origins. I was like, what? Let's give this a shot, boys. We're going for the no jug challenge once again. The world record, let me change this, is round 51. Top 10 is round 23. Go ahead and list that right there. All right, let's do this once again. Can I have a shout out? Yo, shout out to you, Connor. Appreciate you stopping by again, man. So now we can actually open up doors and buy things and move around. How exciting and thrilling is that? Jason Wilkinson, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream. How do I see how many coins I have? You type exclamation point coins in the chat, man. Favorite zombies map? Honestly, I love Nuketown. And I know that's not like a, you know, a stereotypical favorite map to have for zombies, but it's so simplistic that I just love it. I love it so much. 7:30. Get the point horn going on here, boys. You're lit. Yo, thank you, Mr. Dribble. Appreciate that a lot, man. How you doing today, Dawson? Welcome to the stream, brother. Whew. What's my favorite BO3 map? My favorite BO3 zombies map? I don't even know, dude. Maybe, because I don't really play a whole lot of BO3 zombies. So I don't even know, to be honest with you. Bang, bang. Let's get it. Love you. Shout out your streams. Yo, thank you, Yomi. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very, very much. How you doing today, Christian? Welcome back to the stream. How many coins? Yeah, you guys can check and see how many coins you have by typing exclamation point coins in the chat. Everyone spam no jug challenge. Chill. Chill, chill, chill with that. Love this stream. You're awesome. Thank you, Nico. Appreciate that a lot. We're going to try to chill around here for a little bit, and then once we get enough points, we'll push into that backyard there. I'm pretty sure it's 2 shot to the legs. Yeah, 2 shot to the legs. That's what we should be doing. Thought I heard a zombie behind me. That scared me a little bit. How you doing today, MCL? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. So no jug again? Yeah, we're going for the no jug challenge again, guys. I have a feeling we can do better this time. We're a little bit more confident. We're a little bit more warmed up, and I feel like we have a greater shot of actually doing really well with this. So let's give it another go. How you doing today, Clips? Welcome to the stream. I just gotta make sure that I don't play stupid. That'll be my one downfall. How you doing today, Michael Lopez? Welcome to the stream, bro. I feel like another good challenge to go for would be flawless. Flawless is where you don't go down. And I feel like that might be kind of fun on Nuketown. I feel like that would be a really cool challenge to go for. Especially since Nuketown takes a while to fall. I feel like the world record for that might be actually kind of fun to go for. My iPad's going to die. Yo, you better find some charging for it here really quick then. Alright, 3 shots to the legs. Let's get it, baby. I was going to say, I don't know if I got that last hit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 shots. You need a little revival. First perk fallen. Let's hope it's not Juggernaut. What do coins do? Yeah, so as of right now, all coins do is measure how long you've been supporting my live stream for. And in the future, my hope, my goal, and what the points are actually going to be redeemed for, you guys will be able to actually use those coins to enter into raffles. And within those raffles, we'll actually hold giveaways, which would be really, really cool. And these giveaways will be for COD points. We'll give away special stuff like gift cards. We'll be giving away. I don't know what else would we give away. Other cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. It'll be for giveaways, essentially. It'll be ways for you guys to, you know, the people who support my stream the most, the people that rank up the most coins, to get the most out of my streams, which is sort of my goal. I would super chat, but my parents would be mad. Hey, no worries then, man. I completely understand. Completely get it. How you doing today, Master Nebula? Welcome to the stream, bro. There we go. We got enough for Jug, or excuse me, not Jug. Double tap. So grab it. Try the round 50 challenge. Just get to round 50. Well, I don't want to do like a round 50 speed run. I feel like that might not be as fun. How you doing today? It's Nebs. Welcome to the stream, my man. But then we could use Jug. Think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? We could use Jug if we did that. I don't know. You're awesome. Thank you, Dawson. I feel like you might just be spamming that, bro, even because I don't really know what you're talking about. That's awesome. I didn't really do or say anything. My iPad's all good, and I like the video. Yo, thank you, man. Yeah, if you guys have not dropped a like on the stream yet, be sure to go ahead and do that. I would really appreciate it. It would seriously mean a lot, guys. When you need a little revive. I feel once we get enough points here, I'm definitely going to hit the box, and we're going to try to get that exact same setup that we had last time we were going for this challenge, which was the Executioner and the Hammer, because I feel like that combo works really, really well. So I feel like we're definitely going to go for that. Dude, I'm not going to shoot any of them because I want to get the points from it. Damn it, bro. When are your streams? I stream every single day, man, usually starting around 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's usually when I start my streams. I'm not getting that. I need all these zombies to line up so I can get them easily. Go for body shots, get more points here. It's because they all travel so goddamn slow, bro. What did that guy just drop? Double points? Take that. Double points. Go get this last guy. RIP, dude. I can't believe he went down again. Alright, let's go grab all of our perks. We're going to stay over here on this side. 105 coins, let's go. Yo, Connor, that's lit, man. That's lit. So we went down once. We're going to try not to go down again. I like your hair. Yo, thank you, Hayden. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but I try. You're good? Thank you, Massey. Appreciate that a lot. Once we get our class set up and once we sort of get on a groove, we should be fine. Like, that's the thing. Right? But, I don't know. The groove's hard to get on, man. The groove's hard to get on. Thomas Gerhardt, how you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. How much do the raffle tickets cost? I haven't decided yet, man. I don't know how much it'll cost. I think what it'll sort of be is it'll be a raffle system in the sense that you guys can throw in as many coins as you want into each raffle, but it'll be a gamble, obviously. The more coins you throw in, the greater chance you'll have of winning, but it obviously won't guarantee you to win. So I think that's sort of how I want it to work, like sort of putting like your name in a hat. I'm hoping that's sort of how the raffle system will... What? Bruh! I'm starting over. I'm sorry, chat. I just can't. We're starting over. It'll be quick. Dude, that was so... How did I even go down right there? I don't even know. My mom won't let me send you money. Sorry. Hey, Anna, honestly, no worries. The simple fact that you guys are just chilling in here and supporting me and just giving me your most precious human commodity, which I believe is time. Giving me your time. I really do appreciate that, guys. We're only going to try this a couple more times, guys. I don't know. Like, we can't go down twice before we hit round 10. That just... I'm not going to stand for that. That's just so dumb. We can't train on that side of the map. That's what I've decided. I'm not going to train on that side of the map. It's just not worth it. That side of the map is just, I'm not good on that side. We got to go over to the other side. Even if the box is on that side we were just on, we can't go over there because I'll choke it every time. The hacker zombies, dude. Hennis, when you like the stream, you should get coins. That'd be a great way to sort of do things, bro. But then again, I don't think the bot actually has a feature for that. Because some people have their liked playlist private, and so I don't think there's a way for me to tell. Train in the middle? Nah, bro. I'm not gonna train only in the middle. We'll give it another try here, though. Do I have an Xbox One? I do not. I have a PS4, a PC, and a Wii, which I have not used in forever. You should play Origins sometime. Origins is definitely fun, 100%. But I don't know. I enjoy the simple zombies maps a lot more. That's what I really enjoy. Can you shout out Harry Solomon? Yo, shout out to Harry Solomon, dude. What a god. 225 coins, let's get it. Yo, that's hype, bro. What console are you on? Right now I'm on Steam, so I'm on the PC. Yo, Hector. Damn, you're really cool, fam. Good luck on zombies. Yo, thank you very much, Hector, for the $5 super chat. I seriously do appreciate that a lot, man. Hector just came in with a solid $5 donation. Damn, Hector, you're an absolute god, bro. Thank you very much. What's my thought on Zombie Chronicles? Love Zombie Chronicles, man. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I feel like this would be kind of a fun thing to do on BO1. Go to like some Zombie Chronicles and try this on like Kino. It would be kind of cool. How's my dog? My dog's going great. She's not in here right now. She's somewhere else in the house, but just chilling. I subscribed. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a spam in the chat for that donation. I really do appreciate it. I can't donate, but I would if I could. On the fact that you get, like I said earlier, the fact that you guys are just in here, just spending time with me, seriously means a lot. It really does, guys. It seriously, seriously does. I only shot that guy once, I'm pretty sure. Do you want $15? That's all I got. You guys can donate to the stream if you want to. You don't have to donate, obviously. If you do want to donate, though, there is a link at the top of the description down below. These guys are, like, perfectly in sync. Oh, they were for a second. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, if I was lucky, that guy would have dropped, like, a max ammo or something. That would have been dope. What kind of dog do you have? She's actually a Greyhound Chow mix, which is pretty lit. You demand? Thank you, Pafazio. Appreciate it, man. His stupid accent. Want to play BO3 on the PS4? Nah, maybe. I play a lot of BO3 on the PS4, man. I kind of wanted to spice it up and do a zombie stream. You guys really do seem to enjoy these as well. Or, I mean, this is the first one I'm doing. I feel like maybe if I streamed it at more, like, central time during the day, I feel like more people may tune in, which might be kind of fun. We don't have that many viewers right now, but I am streaming, you know, at a later time than I usually do. And I'm doing something that I don't usually do as well, which I feel like may deter some of you guys. Keep up the streams, not boring. Thank you, Thomas. I try to make my streams as entertaining as possible. Okay. Can't have boring live streams out here on YouTube, man. I'm going to be live streaming for you guys. You better believe it's going to be something interesting. And if it's not, please tell me. Because then if you guys don't want to see it, let me know. Falling all the way over there. Can you add me, please, on Steam? I accept all friend requests on Steam, man. So if you want to shoot me a friend request, feel free. There's zombies somewhere. I'm trying to get as many points as possible right now, so I'm just wasting all this pistol ammo. I want to get that bomb, though, too. I don't know this last zombie. I'm just going to pick it up. Alright, let's go figure out what just dropped over here. Hopefully, it's not Jug. Oh, it is Jug. Are you kidding me? Is that actually what falls on round 3? Jug falls on round 3. That's our luck. I have a Rottweiler? Nice. Yes, guys, we're very close to 78,000 subscribers. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you go ahead and tweet it out. We're going for a world record right now, guys. Are you mad at me? Isaiah, why would I be mad at you, Isaiah Robertson? Why would I be mad at you? Let's go over... Nah, actually, I'm going to stay in the middle for right now, once again. We can head over to the other side there if we want to here soon. Yo, MCL just came in with a donation. MCL Dom, a $1 donation. Appreciate that, brother. Seriously means a lot. Any of you guys that donate any amount of money, seriously means a lot to me, guys. Thank you very, very much for that. Very, very kind of you guys to donate to the stream. Dude, I'm not close to that, bro. It's round 4. I'm not, like... I don't get it. I don't get it. I just gotta relax. I'm all good. We're all good. Let's get through these doors at least. I want to buy that. Get some points on them feeding right through here. We'd actually get more points with this. In all honesty, let me reload this. Oh, shoot. Did not think you'd be coming through there, my man. I'm not gonna lie. Let's hope none spawned out here. You suck so bad. Yo, thanks, Nikki. I bet you're the most godly zombies player ever. Do I ever play Transit? No, not really, bro. Can you die, please? How you doing today, hacker? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gents. You're a legend. Thank you, Beasting. What can you use coins for mod? Unfortunately, not. Unfortunately, you can't use coins for mod. I've had people, I mean, you know, okay, I want to correct myself there. I want to be clear with how coins are going to work for mod. If you have a lot of coins, that definitely is going to increase your chances of becoming mod. 150%. 150%. But it's not like there's a certain threshold that you reach with coins and then all of a sudden I just give you mod. That's not how I want it to work. Miss Tarheel, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to train over here for this next round, and then we'll go head over to the other side, and we'll try to hit the box a couple times. See what we can get. For right now, we just got to train, though. But we seriously have to get some good weapons here. Love the streams. Thank you, Peanut, man. Means a lot, brother. What's a mod? So a mod is just a moderator. Moderator in my chat. So they help keep everything sane. If someone's being spammy in the chat, they'll go ahead and ban the person. If someone is, saying, racist things or saying things they shouldn't say, then they'll ban them. Moderator, they're basically there to ban people. It's really all that they're there to do. And they can spam and post things if I need to tell the chat something over and over again. If the chat's moving really fast and I need to get a message through, I can have one of the mods say something for me. Jeez, bro. What's my name on PS4? KRNGHenis. KRNGHenis. I might actually be screwed here. Nope, we're good. Okay. No jug knifing? Okay, alright. I'm trying to get as many points as possible. I don't want to lunge for zombies. Okay, it's all out. Beautiful. That's all we wanted to do. Just want to try to get as many points there. I know that's risky, but it's fun. Was my name on Tinder? Pro Henis. Just kidding. I don't have a Tinder account. No Tinder account for me, bro. How you doing today, Justice Dallas? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Alright, actually, oh, we should have left a zombie. I wanted to go over here and actually, you know what? So we got to do at least one more round. I got to leave a zombie. I forgot to do that. I'm sitting in the same room with my friend Connor W, who you were just talking to. Really? Josh W? Damn. Wait a minute. Are you guys related? Your last name starts with the same letter. Unless you just made those names as a joke. I don't know. Hennis, please notice me. Yo, Mason, what is up, brother? What are coins? So coins are this virtual currency that exists only in my live stream, and you guys are awarded 10 coins for every 10 minutes that you watch the live stream. So as of right now, it's this really cool way for you guys to measure how long you've been supporting my stream for, and the idea is that you'll be able to use these coins to enter into giveaways over here on my channel. So we're going to do raffles hopefully soon here on a monthly basis, or maybe every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks or something like that. And you guys will, the way you guys will enter into these raffles is put coins into like a virtual hat. That's kind of how I see it happening. And then the more coins you put in, obviously the increased chances you actually have of winning these giveaways. But it's a gamble, obviously. The more coins you enter, the greater chances you'll have, but it doesn't guarantee that you'll win. And so the idea is that since coins are only awarded on a consistent basis to people who are constantly watching the streams, it's a great way for me to reward the people with giveaways who are constantly, in here, they're subscribed, they have notifications turned on, they're always watching the streams, all that good stuff. So that's sort of the idea behind that. And I think I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great way for me to reward you guys. How you doing today, Derek Brewis? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to save up like 20,000 coins, and then I'm definitely going to win 100%, man, 100%. There'll be a lot of people that enter in, though. So even if, like, if we have a lot of viewers and each person enters in like 1 coin, then, even then, there's still a decreased chance of you winning, so... It's a gamble, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And obviously it's all chance as well, so. Let's save a zombie here. Let's go over here. Hector says, mod me? Sorry, bro. I'm not looking to mod any new people. I really do appreciate your donation, though, bro. It really does mean a lot. It really does mean a lot. Let's go hit the box. Hit the box. The magical, mystical mystery box. How you doing today, Hayden? Welcome to the stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for a ray gun Mark II, and we're looking for a hammer. Let's get a hammer spam in the chat. H-A-M-A-R. And a ray gun Mark II spam. Whichever one you guys want to spam, whichever ones you guys want to get the most. Let's go ahead and spam that in the chat right now. Oh, we got the Executioner. Oh, it's lit. Oh, they hurt us. But the Executioner is good as well, even if we don't get the ray gun Mark II. So we have an LMG. We have a pistol here as well, which is nice. But we want the hammer. We really want the hammer. The Hammer. Is it the Hammer or the hammer? I don't know. But I really want the ray gun Mark II. I haven't had the chance to use that yet, but it's a god weapon. I feel like the Pack-a-Punch Executioner is also really nice, though. Only 1 down at this point. That's not too bad. 1 down, round 6. We really shouldn't have any. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nah, I'm not taking it. The original ray gun isn't good enough. The splash damage is not good, especially since we don't have Jug. And I'm not going to be dealing with creepy crawlers right now. Can you play with me? Right now, I'm doing a solo challenge, guys. So as of right now, currently, nah. Not going to be playing with anybody, but for future challenges and stuff that we do, for future challenges and stuff, yes, I will be. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the godly setup. We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We got it. We got all we needed. Let's get some hype in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Just spam some hype. The Treyarch Gods, Vonderhaar, Jason Blundell, they were definitely watching our live stream right there, and they definitely just helped us to get that. 100%. No doubt about it. L challenged it solo. 100%, dude. 100%. MK2. What's my PS4 username? KRNGHenis. There's a link to it in the description. Not a link to it, but my PS4 username is in the description. Right now, I'm playing on the PC, though, because the graphics are really nice, and I get to play with mouse and keyboard. Say my name. Yo, Yonanta Kide. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. If we can get to, like, if we can beat my last record with only having, like, 1 or 2 downs, that'd be so nice. Because then I might actually be able to get higher up in the leaderboards than my attempt that we just had. Currently, we are in the top 10 right now for the highest round with no Jug here on Nuketown, which is pretty sweet. But obviously, we want to get to that. We want to get to that number 1 spot, and that number 1 spot is round 51. You guys can see that in the upper left-hand corner of the stream. You can see the top 10 round is round 23, and we made it to round 25. We didn't get all the way through 25, but we got all the way to 25. So we are technically in the top 10 as of right now. We're just gonna have to submit that gameplay. But hey, if we get a better record here, then we can submit that one. I'm new to the channel. Yo, Quim, appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot. Yeah, if you guys are new, make sure you subscribe, drop likes. You guys already know what to do. All right, let's go get these stragglers here. So I'm not a fan of the walkers, as in The Walking Dead. Not a fan of the walkers. We need sprinters only. How you doing today, Flynn? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Ooh, okay, that's a sprinter. We want you. We don't want you. How you doing today, Nikki? Welcome to the stream as well. You're a god. Please add me on PS4. Yo, my PS4 friends list is full, unfortunately, man, or else I would totally add you, 100%. That's a bomb. I'll take that here in just a second. You the last one? I believe you are. Let's go ahead and reload this. Pick this up as well. How you doing today, Victoria Taylor? Welcome to the stream. I'm so happy that we have literally the perfect setup for weapons right now. We have the Executioner and we have the Hammer. That's like exactly what we wanted. How you doing today, Dante? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Mason, what's up? Can you do a shout out to Body Raider? Body Raider, shout out to you. Speaking of body raids, I got to start working out, dude. You guys can see I got so much gamer muscle going on here. Hopefully you guys aren't blinded by my paleness, as I like to call it, a gamer tan. Hopefully y'all aren't blinded. Once we get double tap, I'm going to feel a lot more confident. And, you know, even since we have an LMG, speaking of the devil, hopefully that's double tap. I would definitely much rather have double tap than speed cola right now. 100%. It's landing on the other side of the map. Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm going to get stuck. No! Oh! Oh. See, guys, that's definitely one of those situations where we 100% should have gone down right there. Like, no discrepancies. We should have been dead. 100%. 100%. But for some strange reason, Zombie Gods allowed us to live. You get these walkers out of here, bro. They're pissing me off. Gamer muscle. 100% gamer muscle, dude. Whew. I wish you could add me on PS4, but your friends list? Yeah, unfortunately, my friends list is full. Bro, you still at it? Oh, 100% Septic Guy. 100%, bro. Were you at VidCon? No, I was not at VidCon. Ooh, give me that. Yes, please. I hate that we get, like, no sprint with LMGs. It sucks. Oh, we're supposed to go figure out what fell. Okay, let's just head over there quickly right now. We should be able to get over there and back here easily. How you doing, Destruction Football? Welcome to the stream. Please tell me it was double tap. Jug already fell. Of course it fell on round 3. That's our luck. The no Jug challenge. Jug falls on round 3. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. It's speed cola. All right, that's not too bad. In all honesty, that's kind of helpful. No. Oh, no. Oh, I'm actually done for. Oh my god, I'm actually alive. If I go through here, there better not be any zombies. Please, 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 please. Yes! Get the ray gun Mark II. Oh, 100%, guys. We're going to try to get the ray gun Mark II, but for right now, the executioner does everything we need. Hopefully, there's no zombies over here. Pray to dear God. We were ready, boys. We were ready, and we got through. All right, so we got Speed Cola. The only thing that we're missing right now is double tap. It's the only other thing we need right now. $78,000. Let's get a sub boost. 100%, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Connor W. Bruh. Damn, that was clutch. Can we get a clutch spam in the chat, guys? That was hella clutch. We're getting way too cocky right now, guys. We're getting way too cocky. Like, we're doing things that we should not be doing. Damn. He noticed me. 100% Mick Mario. 100%, man. Let me go ahead and get that bomb here real quick. Did you guys see that? That was super clutch, bro. That was super clutch. All right, so we've only had one down here, and we're heading into round 10. That's what we like. That's what we like. How you doing today, Connor? Welcome to the stream. Connor Mather. What's up, dude? Hashtag God_mode. True. What's up, yo? Apollo Rave. How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Holy crap, dudes. We should not be alive right now. We should be dead. Hunter Kringer, how you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Molly Moore, what's up? Make sure we keep playing smart. You're good? Yo, Hammer. You're good, bro. We're using the hammer right now, my guy. Oh. Did you guys see that zombie that just fell, like, right out of the right side of the screen? Imagine if that zombie had killed us. That would have sucked. You're amazing. Yo, thank you, Caleb. I think you're amazing, bro. Ow. Ow and how? Don't know. Don't know how he got me. My highest was round 35. We're trying to do no jug challenge, though. We're trying to get to the highest round without using any jugs. So that's the only difference here. Jug's already fallen on the map. I don't know if you're talking about round 35 is your highest for this record. Or just that's your highest on NUKETOWN ever. Go ahead and reload this. Let me just pick up that insta-kill. Here we go. There's double tap. Nice. We gotta try to leave at least one zombie left here. I'll go ahead and pick that up, I guess. I'm trying to leave at least one zombie. Oh, it's gonna fall over on this side. That's lit. Got double tap right here. We didn't even have to go anywhere. It came to us. That's lit. Let's get it, baby. Headed into the next round. Round 11. Let's get it. So we've got all the perks that we need. We literally can't get any more perks. We can't get jug because obviously we're trying to go for the no jug challenge. And we've only had one down so far, so that's not too bad. Pack-a-punch, yeah. The next step is going to be once Pack-a-punch falls, we'll Pack-a-punch both these weapons. And hope we'll definitely have enough points by then. Hopefully it'll fall sometime in the next 2 rounds would be my hope. It's my hope. But now that we've got double tap, this is definitely a game changer. It's going to help us out a lot. Double tap is really going to help out a lot. And once we get this thing pack-a-punched, oh, the executioner pack-a-punch, baby, it's a god gun. It's a god. Video Game Media, how you doing today? Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Whoa, I didn't realize they were that close to me. Okay. Josh W, what's up, my man? Damn, what are these zombies hitting me from behind for? Sheesh. Sheesh. I don't want to pick that up. Actually, do I? Let's wait till all the zombies come over here, and then we'll pick that up, I guess. Actually, no, I'm going for it now. I don't want to die. Anything good? Any good drops there? Any good drops? Drops. Por favor, drops, please. Die faster, por favor. Okay, insta-kill. Yes, I'll take. Thank you very much. What's up, Mad Gamer? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. It didn't already fall, did it? Did Pack-a-punch already fall? Did Pack-a-punch already fall? I don't think so. We might check next round. We'll see. We shall see. How's it going? Yo, Kevin. It's going pretty great, man. It's going pretty great. You're a good zombies player. Quinn, I'm trying, man. That's an interesting way to spell Quinn. K-W-I-N. I like that, though. I like that. We're decent at training, guys. I saw somebody say in the chat that I'm a good trainer in zombies. I'm decent. I'm decent. There's some gods out there that are really good at this. And I am not one of them. I promise you, I'm not one of them. That was almost really close. That probably could have gone either way. How you doing today, Tree Trunk? Welcome to the stream, my man. What's up, your boy Slothy? How you doing today, brother? All right, we ready to get these guys pro HENISAPPS? Oh, 100%, man. I like that most of the zombies are sprinters now. Makes me feel a lot better. Any drops? Okay, I'll take a double points. Okay, okay, I'll take that. Astonishing Airsoft, what's up? You were the 400. Wait a minute, we have 400 likes on the stream? I didn't think we had 400 likes, guys. That's beast. Yo, thank you guys very much for hitting 400 likes on the live stream. Can we get a 400 spam in the chat? We're probably even higher than that as of right now. But that makes me pretty happy, guys. I appreciate that a lot. I did not actually expect to hit 400 likes on this live stream just because I figured since it was zombies, you guys may not really be into it. But that's a really good thing to see, that you guys actually enjoy these streams a little bit. Okay. I like that. I like that. How you doing today, David? Welcome to the stream. Fantastic Legacy. What's up? If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you go ahead and tweet out about it as well. There's a little share button right below the video player. I'm trying to hit 200 viewers. It might be kind of dope. For a late night zombie stream, going for a world record here. Only one down. We're on round 13. I like the way this is headed, boys. Thank you for the 400 spams as well. I appreciate it. Once Pack-a-Punch falls, we go to Pack-a-Punch these two weapons. I'll have to stop the stream and actually see how many likes we're at. Oh, 395 like hype? Oh, okay. We're not even at 400 likes. Okay. Or maybe this guy just hasn't refreshed his page. I don't know. I have natty an idea. I didn't want to risk it with that guy. I didn't trust him. You're the boss? Yo, Kobe, you're the boss, man. Whee! Yeah, I don't trust you either. Get out of my face. Tony, how you doing today, man? You see 400? Oh, you guys do see 400. Okay. So I guess we do have 400 likes. I'll take it then. Hey, get in line. Get in the train. What are you doing? Can't be out here. Might as well wait for them to spawn in, and then we'll just grab the bomb. Honestly, there's no point. Whee! We got it, boys. You're awesome. Yo, thank you, Lucky. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Ryan Stokes? How you doing today, brother? Let's see how many likes we got on today's stream, dudes. Let's see how many likes. I gotta check this quickly before they start spawning in. I guess I could just pause it. I was like, wait a minute. We could just pause the stream. 432 likes. Damn. I really do appreciate the support, guys. That actually seriously means a lot. Thank you. Let's get to 5,000 likes. Maybe one day, bro. Maybe one day I'll be able to stream and get 5,000 likes on my streams on the regular. But until that day comes, we will be satisfied with our 400 like goals after a 2-hour and 18-minute long stream, which I will take, especially since I'm streaming at a time that I don't usually stream. And we're doing something a little bit unusual for my channel since I'm mostly a multiplayer type of guy. That gun mows? Oh, yes, it mows, bro. I knew that was coming. Shoot! Shoot, 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 shoot. So that's our second down on round 14. Whatever. We don't have any monkeys right now either. We don't have any monkeys. So let's just get them all on a train, and then we'll just go grab all of our perks again. That's what we'll do. We'll go grab all of our perks again. Damn it. I did not want to do that. Am I going down? No, we're good. Bro, you're better than that? I know, Josh W. I know, man. I'm actually kind of ashamed of myself right now. It's our second down, bro. We shouldn't have had second downs right now. Whatever, whatever. We got to shake it off. We can't let that bother us. We got to move forward, look forward into the light, and focus on the good. Focus on the good. Say my name, gamer. Say my name, say my name. Say my name. Wait. Why is Quick Revive gone? Why is Quick Revive gone? What? What kind of sorcery is that, bro? We've only had 2 downs. Bought it initially, went down. Bought another time, went down. Bought it the 3rd time, went... Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Never mind, I'm done. I'm done. That actually makes sense. I just wasn't appreciating the fact there. Okay, we're on 15. We don't have any more quick revives. We do have one on our, thing right now, but fortunately, can't carry it over. Don't have one more. Yeah, we still have it. We just don't have one more. That's, yeah, it's the 3rd time that goes away. Damn, you can tell I haven't played zombies in a while, dude. Holy crap. I just confused myself from that. Yikes. Okay, never mind. It ran out. Let's do it, boys. How you doing today, Freeze? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you guys all stopping by. If you guys are new, make sure you go ahead and drop a like on the stream. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe as well if you're new. We're nearing on 78,000 subscribers, which is pretty litty. What is that, double points? I will gladly take that. Gladly. Very much gladly so. Double points. Whee! Ow! Please get out of my way. Thank you. Can you stop walking, dude? It's like 2017, okay? Legit, the gun knows 100%, dude. 100%. Was that a bomb? We just got 2 max ammos? Okay, whatever. I'm not complaining. What was that? Oh, that's Pack-a-Punch. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to call that in. Hopefully it lands on this side of the map. Is it? Oh, it is! Wait, is it? Yes, it is. It's going to land on this side of the map. That's perfect. We're going to be able to Pack-a-Punch these right now, hopefully before the next round starts. Quickly, land right over here. Land. Yes. Quickly. Dear God, Jesus, they're all coming. Oh, man, that was too hectic. Yeah, what up? Okay. Pack-a-Punched. We're good. We are good. Do more zombie streams in the future, please. I got you, Connor. We'll definitely be sure to do more. Hennis, you like XXXTentacion? I've heard of him, bro. Only because he got, like, knocked out. Like, live. When he was performing. It's the only reason I know him. It's the only reason I know who he is. I've never heard any of his music. I'm assuming he's a rapper? I think he is. I don't know. That definitely sounds like a rapper name. Double points. Okay, that's gone. Whee! What's up, Daryl? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. That was a really fast round. Did anyone just appreciate how fast that round was? Holy Jesus, that was pretty fast. Think about how many people are watching you. I know it's 188 people. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? 188 people are watching me play this game right now. It's pretty cool. My pinky's starting to feel a little weird on this mouse. I don't know why. It's from all the turning I'm doing, probably. All this training is really getting to me. What challenge is this? We're doing the no jug challenge again. We're giving it another shot. Raise your hands into the air. And you need a send a help. This is not a very good way to spend ammo, but it's a great way to bleed through rounds, that's for sure. Oh, we ran out. Okay. How you doing today, Will? Welcome to the stream, bro. We just got to be really careful that we don't, We're dead. Why do they spawn in such weird places, bro? 50 more subscribers and 78K. Yo, true. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are new. I would really appreciate it. We should really try to hit up the thing for, hit up the box for monkeys at some point here. Damn. Damn, dude. That actually kind of pisses me off. That actually pisses me off. Yo, what's up, The Real Zephos? How you doing today, brother? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, so we don't have any more. Damn it. I don't know what it is, bro. It's so weird. It's almost as if, like, the higher rounds we get to, the easier it gets because they're all sprinters and because I feel like the spawns are a little bit more predictable. But as of right now in these sort of lower rounds, I mean, round 17, it's not that low, but at the same time, it just, I don't know, it's hard. It's just weird. Hopefully they don't all keep spawning here. How you doing today, Daryl? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Are they still spawning? Yes, they are. Okay. I'm pretty sure they are. Or was that just a sandstorm I saw? No, it was just a sandstorm, actually. Yeah, they're not spawning anymore. Let's get it, baby. Henis, how does the coin thing work? Yeah, so those of you guys who are new to the stream, the way coins work in my live stream is you guys are awarded 10 coins for every 10 minutes that you're active in the stream. Yeah, so that's our 3 downs here. So no more quick revive. You guys are awarded 10 coins for every 10 minutes that you're in the live stream, and then the idea is that you'll be able to use these coins to enter into giveaways. So we're hopefully very soon here going to start doing some monthly raffles, and in these raffles, the idea is that you'll use your coins to enter into that raffle or to buy raffle tickets. And then the more raffle tickets you buy using your coins, the greater chances you'll actually have of winning whatever we're giving away, which will usually end up being like COD points. We'll probably give away some Amazon gift cards, give away some Steam gift cards, we'll give away some Xbox, PSN, all that good jazz. So it's going to be all like gamer-related stuff for the most part. Dude, I swear to God. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I don't know how we're alive. For the most part, so that's sort of how it works. And then what's great about this point system is that the only way you can get these points is simply by watching and being active in the stream. So the more points that you have, the greater chance you'll actually have of winning all these giveaways, which is really, really nice. So that's sort of, yeah, we'll give away like G Fuel stuff probably, which would be kind of dope. All that good jazz. All that good jazz. How do we know how many coins we have? You guys can check your exact coin balance by typing !coins in the chat. And the probot will actually return to you, tell you in the chat how many coins you have. Why can't I run? Okay. I'm gonna bomb here. Let these guys all spawn. And then I guess we're going to try to hit up the box again here soon. We'll hit up the box here very soon. How you doing today, Elon Rank? Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Up here. Can't tell where he's going to be coming from. How you doing today, Yeezys? Welcome to the stream. XD Sam. What's up? Wow! Wowzers. How you doing today, Nikki? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Go in the backyard through the upstairs. Wait, the chat moved too fast. I completely missed what you said. RIP. Exclamation. Yo, you got to type exclamation point coins, like the command. Like, so exclamation point, like as in shift 1. Don't, like, type exclamation, like exclamation the word. You're just wasting ammo? What do you mean, bro? Make top 10? That's where hope, guys. We've already made top 10 once earlier this stream. Maybe we'll be able to make top 10 again. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to do this again, which would be pretty dope. Not gonna lie. Woo. Little bit of bobbing and weaving. Little bit of bobbing and weaving. What's up, Big Country? How you doing today, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate all of you guys stopping by. You guys are all legends. Stop being a walker, you weirdo. Hate walkers, man. ET Gamer, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You too. Get out of here. You to be a walker? Yep, you're definitely a walker. Get out of here. Don't need you spawning. I don't know why I just killed a sprinter. I just completely realized that. How you doing today, Connor? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yahtzee! Yahtzee! How you doing today, Cameron? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Those of you guys who are new to the channel as well, make sure you go ahead and turn on post notifications. I would really appreciate it. Click that little bell icon right below the video player next to my channel name. You guys will be immediately notified for all of my streams here on YouTube as soon as I go live, and all the videos I upload as well, which I am going to be bringing you guys some new content, some new videos very soon that you guys will not want to miss. While I will be AFK because I'll get my wisdom teeth taken out and I won't be able to do anything for a couple days. So I'm going to have some videos lined up for you guys to hopefully enjoy as sort of replacement of these daily streams that I've been doing. But hopefully you guys will look forward to that. And yeah. Yeah. Alright, we ready to mow these guys down? Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, howdy there. Well, you are very close now, aren't you? Yes, you are. Kevin Carell, how you doing today, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, round 20 is upon us. Last time we made it all the way through round 24, which I believe is number... Let's go ahead and check and see. We're not doing first room. We're doing... Gonna go back. Oh, no, you want to be here. We're going to do JUG on NUKETOWN. Highest is round 22 as of right now. Playing, how you doing today, bro? Welcome to the stream. And then if we make it all the way through round 25, we'll be in 8th place. That's our goal. If we make it all the way through round 28, we'll be in 5th place. 5th place would be kind of cool. Favorite BO2 gun? Maybe the AN94. Absolutely love that one. Pack-a-punch your hammer twice? Why would I pack-a-punch it twice? I don't need a sight on it. Isn't that what the sight would... Isn't that what I would get? Wouldn't I get like a sight or something? I really shouldn't be wasting any of more of this executioner ammo because we're kind of low on it as it is. So I really shouldn't be messing around with it. Got to make sure we get through these guys. I'm not risking anything. So I'm putting like as many. Whoa, 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 whoa! We just completely lagged. Did you see that? The whole game just completely lagged. Ha! 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 That is booty cheeks, dude. Booty cheeks, dude. What was that? Did you see that? We got rubber banded and we just, yeah. We got rubber banded, damn. RIP. I saw it, yeah. We just got trolled super hard. Treyarch the Treyarch servers just took an L. It lagged you right into the zombies. It really did. Well, it lagged like the zombies were still moving, and then when the servers finally caught up, they were right on me, and I apparently didn't move, even though on my screen I did. Ah. Damn it. Gotta love the lag. Well, we did get in the number 9th place, guys. We did get 9th place there on the Zombie Records leaderboard. So I'm going to go ahead and submit that tonight, most likely. Really do appreciate all of you guys coming by. If you guys are new, make sure you go ahead and drop a like in the stream. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're very close to 78,000 subscribers. Seriously means a lot for the support recently. You guys have been absolutely insane. I'm going to go ahead and have videos for you guys here very, very soon. I am going to go ahead and get off right now. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and do a raid. All right? We're going to do a raid, which means we're going to take all of the viewers that are watching my stream right now, and we're going to go raid somebody who's streaming Black Ops 2. Maybe, no, we'll raid somebody who's streaming zombies as of right now, all right? So we're going to go over here, open this up. We're going to go to YouTube Gaming, if I can spell gaming. Sheesh. Go ahead and show you guys my screen right here. So nobody go anywhere, all right? Nobody go anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and post a link to a YouTuber's stream here in the chat, and we're all going to go over to their stream, and we're going to type hashtag HENISRaid and give them an amazing reaction, all right? Not a whole lot of people streaming right now, unfortunately. I want to see all... Okay, this is everybody. Preferably, we want to raid somebody a little bit smaller. Preferably a slightly smaller streamer who is also playing zombies, because we don't usually raid people that are playing zombies. Little Silly Willy, does this person have a face cam? Well, let's go ahead and raid my man Little Silly Willy right here, all right? We're going to go ahead, grab his link, and I'm going to go ahead and post it here in the chat. And what I want you guys to do is go over to his stream and type hashtag HENISRaid, all right? We're all going to go over and type hashtag HENISRaid in this chat. HENISRaid. Everybody ready? In 3, 2, 1. Everybody go over there right now. Hashtag HENISRaid in his chat. Spam it all the way down. Let's get him a couple dozen viewers here. I feel like that'd be pretty dope. We're going to keep an eye on his chat right here and see how much support you guys can actually go ahead and show him. So hashtag HENISRaid. Everybody show him that love. I would really appreciate it. HENISRaid. Everybody go over there and show him some love. If you guys aren't going over to his stream right now, you're doing something wrong. Go ahead and drop a like on his stream as well. I would really appreciate it. Let's see if this guy notices that he's getting raided.
Oh, is that round? Oh, that's round.
Hopefully he'll look at the chat sometime here soon. Hashtag Hennis Raid. Everybody keep spamming it.
Round. Oh, shoot.
Everybody keep spamming it. Hashtag Hennis Raid.
Oh, I got a sub. I can't see it though. I can't look. I'm too. Oh gosh.
Yo, he's gonna get a lot of subs hopefully here soon.
Oh wait, it's done. Is it done? Oh.
Everybody spam hashtag Hennis Raid.
No,
I don't even think he realizes what's going on yet.
Oh gosh. No, this might be a rep.
I don't even think he realizes it's. I don't even think it's realizes it's him that we're raiding him. Hashtag Hennis Raid, guys. Let's get it.
Oh,
no, come on. He doesn't even know there's a raid going on.
Sub. Oh gosh, I can't see it.
Yo, we're raiding him.
Am I getting raided right now? Yo! No way, yo. Guys, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to die right now. Yo, thank you so much for that. Yo, what do we...
Yo, everybody spam hashtag Hennis Raid in the chat. I really appreciate it.
I'm about to die right here. Yo, thank you so much, guys. That is awesome.
Damn, that's lit. Yo, thank you very much, guys, to all the people that are showing him support. I really do appreciate it.
Yo, oh my God.
That means a lot, guys. Thank you very much. I know it's a bit of, I know it was a bit of a smaller raid just simply because I usually don't stream zombies, so we had a bit of a smaller fan base, but I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you guys all so very much for the support. That was awesome. That was a pretty sick raid. I am going to stream zombies for you guys more often. I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. It may be something else zombie related. Not 100% sure yet, but thank you guys all so very much for the support. Make sure you drop a like on this stream. Drop a like on my stream as well. Subscribe if you're new. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all. I will see your beautiful faces in the next one. Until next time, everybody, keep gaming as always. Stay cool. Adios.